want to sit down for this.
So you're saying in the Denzel movie, in Training Day, that he ad-libbed that at the end? Is that what you're saying? The
King Kong. The King Kong speech is ad-libbed.
Yeah.
The King Kong speech is ad-libbed.
It's crazy. He was just in it.
Him talking to the guys about Pelican Bay,
Yeah.
shoot program is all ad-libbed.
I don't know.
You just live here.
I don't know if I'm remembering the same thing you're talking about, that page. I think
I love
didn't they
that
say
page is the
something
best
that they
page
were
ever.
scared to like turn off the camera or something? Or am I imagining that? Because they didn't know if he was done, if he was going to keep saying like good stuff or something like that.
That sounds familiar.
What's
I don't know if it was
the
that
director's name?
Antoine Fuqua let the camera run,
Yeah, he kept letting it run.
He never knew
right?
what he was going to get from
Tell
him.
everybody, yo, let it
Right.
run, man.
And you know what's funny? Which I just found out too.
But I have actor. I be trying to I get on set sometimes. I get especially the stuff I write because I'm so excited for people to take what I write and butcher it. Because when I was an actor, I used to take what they wrote and I change it up.
Yeah.
So I try and give the act, go like,
Right.
y'all rock with each other and go.
I love when the director does
But you know how painful it is when the actor doesn't have the skill because that's a skill to
Yeah.
go.
Well.
When you have an actor who can't go and you're trying to make them go, I feel bad as a director.
But why
I'm like,
make them go?
Everybody on set is saying, because sometimes what's hard as a director sometimes is like when one of the two people are going.
Yes, yeah.
So then you're like, yo, they're giving you a lot.
Yeah.
Come with them, play.
Yeah,
like,
play back.
you know what I'm saying? It's like you're trying to play. Yo, play in, come.
Yeah.
So I almost want to let the camera run because I'm trying to give this person every opportunity so that I could not leave what this person just did on the cutting room floor. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
100%.
And then it becomes painful when you look and they're just like,
well,
I don't have that.
You know what's funny about that? Because we talked about Aladdin here before, right? How Robin Williams, like that was the first time in I think in movie history where they allowed an actor to like ad-lib first and then they went and did the animation under with the genie, and that's what, like, apparently that was like so unheard of, and it was so coveted that when Tom Hanks, when they brought him in to do Toy Story, and as you know, the new Toy Story that just dropped, they actually tried to do that with him and Tim
Allen probably for
and Tim Allen. They did that. They made them do off the cuff, like, and then they just rolling. They recorded all this footage. They did all this thing. And like, yeah, everything's good. Weeks later, they called them back and said, "We're scrapping all of that.
Can't use any of that.
All of it."
It was too much. It was too bad.
It was just not like. Apparently, Andy he made Andy like really angry and like almost like a negative. Obviously he has that kind of that feeling in the movie, but they said it was like
it was too much.
It was too much, and it wasn't the magical whimsicalness of of Robin Williams, like how he did it with Genie, because there was no issue with that at all. But they tried and and failed. Ladies and gentlemen,
I think that is the fundamental
of what
difference of like theater actors and
you think theater actors? I mean, being on set, theater actors have a better time going than others.
100%.
I love a good theater actor
because we're taught to play.
Yeah.
Like we're taught to just go off. Now I think on screen actors, if they go to improvisation classes and all that stuff, like those specific things to do that. But what or
if you're a comedian, because a comedian, Robin Williams is a comedian, so
or a comedian because
ad lib in
the good comedian.
But you need a comedian who can control themselves.
That's what I'm saying.
Comedians will chew scenery if you let them loose.
They'll do what?
Chew scenery if you let them loose. They make the scene about them.
Yeah, but I feel like they can work with that versus someone that's not giving anything at all.
I'll say a story. I was in a play one time.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a comedian, but I was in a play one time. I was doing way too much for the scene. I literally saw my acting partner look at me and roll her eyes. We're on stage.
but she can't do that. She's not supposed to do that.
But because it's like, but she was an actor, and I'm just some guy that they think has talent.
Yeah,
so I felt her. This unprofessional. Get us off stage because we're live, right? So it's like I have to transition us out. I felt her being like, dude, I'm in more scenes than you. You making this about you. I get it. You're getting some laughs. Nigga, stop.
Right.
Nigga, stop.
But she's got to find a way. She's got to find a way.
I respected it.
She got to find a way to own it.
I respected it.
Yeah,
I won't say her name, but I never forgot that moment.
You got to find a way to own it, man. You get your there's a way around it without making your partner feel like, oh shit, I actually am.
No, but I think
doing
it's a good
too
lesson
much
to learn, though. I think
you're supposed to tell me after this play.
Acting's a partnership, especially.
I know, but that's not a partner.
No, but if we're in a scene and we might have more scenes after, I don't have the time to get off and talk to you. I'm giving you the note here. live on stage.
It depends.
Don't make me embarrass you.
How was the note?
Tighten up.
So sorry. How was the note
conveyed to you?
Conveyed to you that you felt like it was.
The eyes, I think I was pausing. I wasn't letting the scene flow as much. I was pausing too much for the laughs.
And was the rolling of eyes her would her character do that?
Oh, that's actually a good question.
Because I have a problem with that if it's not.
The character, you know what's funny? They would have actually. So she's probably talented, but I'm telling you this right now. Okay. She wasn't in character.
Yeah, well, you would know, right? But
she wasn't in character.
I guess
and she let you know later she wasn't?
No, because I tightened up and we just I tightened up.
So
it could have been in character.
Right.
No, I think I tightened up.
No.
It could have been.
It could have. That's what I'm saying.
And she's a pro. Like,
it's better to teach you through the character and not through me trying to give you a message as a person, as me. I'm going to give you a note through my character, and that's actual partners playing with each other. You know what I mean? Instead of scolding you.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was on set and for a play. You've probably never experienced this, but the director was trying to get the actor to do something. He was getting a hard time doing it. The director's like, okay, hold on 1 second. And they sort of sat in and acted it out. Right? So it's like, he was trying to be a therapist. So she's and give it like this, do it like that.
Yeah.
Bro, so then the director was like, the guy was in my ear, you don't do that. You don't ever do that. That's so embarrassing. It's disrespectful. Like, you're not the actor. You're not the actor.
That's what the actor said to the director?
I don't need you acting for me. Tell me what you want. I remember he said that. I don't need you acting for me. Tell me what you want. And that was always hard for me as a writer because when I write stuff,
you have a certain way.
I have a little bit of an idea.
No, a lot of
the song, how the scene would sing. Yes. Well, I say a little bit because I give room to your own.
Of course,
you got cast for a reason.
Yes.
But if you're having a hard time breaking a scene, my natural instinct might have been like, "Hey, come, let's play then," because I love the acting. But he made I stay away from my actors from that perspective.
I think it's 50-50. I've experienced that, but I've never.
It never bothered you?
No. No,
it shouldn't bother you
because I still think it's a partner. I think it's still a partnership. You're showing me a perspective of something that maybe
Ryan Coogler ever does that. I think the great ones don't do that. I don't think Christopher Nolan's ever been in any scene and said
in his whole life, because that's what we're talking about.
I'm gonna say in his whole life.
I don't know,
but you're
Spielberg. I don't think he's ever done.
But you're just describing some people that don't do that. That doesn't mean the people that do that are any less great. It just means that those people's way of doing it.
I can imagine.
Denzel's one of the greatest actors of all time. I don't think he's ever been on set and acted because he probably knows what message I was saying. I bet you a theater director has come up to Denzel and told him how they thought the scene should go or how his character should be, and he took those notes and either blasted him or took it respectfully and did his own version of said thing on theater. I'm only speaking from the theater stage, because I just think directors, from what I see, are very, very hands-on on the stage. You know what I mean? They just might pop up and just
bring the mic a little closer.
This. Like, I even feel like I've seen, what's his name from here? Cameron?
James Cameron?
I feel like I've seen him on one of the behind the scenes of
really getting his hands dirty.
He's technical though. He's not showing with the actors. He's a technical guy.
I know. So
he'll be with his DP. He'll be doing that.
But he went up to the actors and was telling them how to
in
move
Avatar.
Avatar. And when I watched the DVD, the fucking Disney,
remember DVD?
The Disney. Well, I mean, technically, because it was a DVD, it is a DVD behind the scenes, and he was kind of telling her how to do something, and then
I actually have seen this. He's telling her to crawl or whatever.
And
but
she was like,
it doesn't have to do with the fact that it was green screen. And I think what he was trying to tell her is, this is what it will look like.
That's a cop-out.
She needed that. She might have asked for that. It's not because it's not like he built out real sets. She was standing on a foam box.
Yeah, but still, that's still the end result is still him acting. And he's Canadian. Maybe it's a Canadian thing.
Maybe it's a Canadian.
It's an interesting one.
But ladies and gentlemen,
what number are we today?
You might want to sit down for this. 110.
Wow, 2 away from 112.
Make sure you put
2 episodes. We're getting peaches and cream.
Hey, I respect that.
You know what I mean?
I appreciate it.
Funny thing is, I do.
I go by the name of DJXP, and if we keep going down the line, we have.
My name is Trivelle,
and my name is also Trivelle.
Christ.
My name is Osha.
There's many ways to go. I thought I would start.
That's also true.
Let's start. There's a couple of local things I want to get to before we get to some things that we have to get to. It was an interesting story that I saw. It kind of started as one thing and kind of metastasized to another thing. And sorry for our American audience who might not be interested in this, but I thought it was interesting. So we have a radio station here, Flow 93.5.
Oh, you talking about the Marlon drama? How they caught Marlon Brown and
well,
on the
it's not. It's
wow. Look at me saying it so confident. Look at
He's
me.
Like, Flow 93.5.
Wrong as hell.
You're like,
just wrong
that's
as
what we
hell.
grew up with. That's fair.
I
Yo,
know,
Flow 93.5.
It's 98.7 now, right?
But I said it with such certainty.
Yeah. But you didn't see? Did you see his size?
I folded
Yo,
my hands.
Flow 93.5. Yo, this is what.
What? Okay,
Are you talking about the Marlon drama?
But it's all encompassing.
Wait, it's not a Marlon drama. That's not a Marlon drama.
Marlon didn't get cut from the morning show so they could bring in a woman who didn't know the culture?
Well, that is an oversimplification and a Cliff Notes Chat GPT response. But if we want the real
didn't know the culture. What does that even mean?
Go ahead.
So
educate me. I'm a novice.
No.
Yeah. Teach.
I'm not a teacher. But I'm a preacher and a reacher. Shout out Jack Reacher. So basically the station has gone through a lot of different iterations in terms of personnel on air and off air, and also the type of music and format. And as you guys know, you're heavy in business, you're heavy in music. You know that one thing that is always changing is the way in which they format their stations, because in Canada, that people may not know, it's a very volatile market when it comes to radio, and especially black radio and things of that nature. So with that being said, Flow has gone through many management situations. They've changed things up. They've tried to accommodate. They've tried to revamp. And this time was no different than another. They started very subtly about what they were going to be entering a new era with little to no information. They cleared their Instagram, and then boom, it pops up. I don't know if it was a new logo, maybe it was an old logo, but either way, they changed a whole lot of stuff. So they had a whole bunch of different shows. They shuffled a whole lot of people, predominantly Marlon and Ace on the morning show.
Shout out Marlon.
They did have Marlon's podcast on the weekend as a separate show, which I thought was pretty cool. So he wasn't completely removed in that sense, but technically Ace was. And then they were replaced by a woman by the name of Patricia J, I think the last name, and she is
Specs, right?
She's and Specs, who was also on Flow already.
The literal soundtrack of my middle school and high school.
Right, someone who really put the work in.
Bro, Specs used to make Pickering sound incredible. You remember on the weekend when they'd be like, "Yo, come over here." I can't remember what the club was called.
All the way in Pickering,
bro. But it was in Pickering, and I had no idea. And they'd be like, "Walk on, darling," and you'd be playing the reggae music. I'm like, "Yo, this club is bumping."
Right.
When I finally figured out it was Pickering, I'm like, "This is the greatest marketing I've ever seen." Because I was almost about to go.
And that speaks to
Cool House,
Jamaican DJs or Caribbean DJs,
but that sounds
that know how to make things sound great. Part of the ad-libbing experience. But so Patricia is somebody who is from TV, from CDTV. I think some kind of racial situation happened because she is a woman of color, and some kind of racial situation happened, and there was a litigation of sorts, and I believe she won or something of that nature. So I know it's weird because when someone's on TV, usually you don't go backwards to radio because radio, they see less of you. But when you consider the era that we're in, radio, there's a lot of visual elements now, right? There's a lot of different things. So I'm thinking,
is that what they're doing? Is that what they're doing with Flow?
But you know what's funny? Visuals? I started to see a lot of clips of the morning show. So maybe, or it's just their personality. But as a business person, you could understand the sentiment of bringing somebody in that is well known and who is known for, because she used to do weather, so she was very in people's faces and in people's ears every day. So as a station who's trying to make money, because one of the things that is the problem is these things that are great, that support the black community and do all these amazing things, sometimes they don't make money. So they're thinking, how do we make money? So we get someone who's black, but someone who is widely out there, and that we can kind of parlay that, hopefully, from a visual experience into an audio one, whatever it is. You know, no name, whatever. Think about the people that are listening. So anyway, so a lot of people, there was a lot of problems, okay, with this, right? And anytime Flow does this personal change, I always have issues or whatever, because sometimes it seems very drastic. But as I looked and saw like some of the people, like the Ritzes and like I said, the Marlon that were still on there, and shout out Ada O, who's on a bunch of times. There's a lot of shifting around, but it wasn't in a way that was completely destructive. Usually, like historically, right? But there was still a shift, you know. And one of the things that started the discourse is there was another podcast, Relentless Diaries, where they were talking about the situation, and they were talking about how they felt about Patricia being the person who was replaced, who was the person who replaced the morning show. Mm-hmm. And they had their opinions on it, which at the end of the day, everybody's allowed to have.
Is that where I got my commentary from? I probably heard a clip from that conversation.
Well, yes, because they felt that they felt like that Patricia's out of touch. Yes, that she's not of the community.
She expects is a legend, but this girl don't know nothing. She probably don't know who's popping in Toronto right now.
Yeah, the scene and the musicians and things of that nature. Which I understand as a consumer. If you're a consumer of radio, it is okay to have those concerns, if you will, whether they're rooted in saying, but this is still okay and we'll see how it goes. Like, it's okay because everyone has commentary, but the situation which started as a critique of the station or whatever turned into a racial conversation because apparently Patricia J's husband's had an Instagram account who called and referred to them on that podcast as YNs. Yeah. And then there was They walked it back and said, no, it was one of my interns or what have you. So there was just this whole kind of negative cloud on this situation because here's the reality. Because as somebody who is being critical of personnel changes of radio, right? Because of something that you're used to, what you expect to happen or what you expect to be on there, I completely understand that. Like, I completely get that. But at the end of the day, no matter what's great for the community, no matter what's great for the culture, these people, especially in this country, are looking at the bottom line. They're not looking to preserve, the industry and to help elevate it. That has kind of been put out the window on at least in the radio format. You know what I mean? So that's not, they're trying to make money. They're trying to sell ad space because that's
more money.
Because at the end of the day, that's all radio is. Radio is just, how can I sell this Colgate commercial while you guys are playing your songs? And that's why there's stations that skew to certain demographics of ages because they know that those people are listening. Yeah. They know that those people are waking up in the morning and listening. So there's all these things, right? But then the racial element is just something that I felt like should not have happened because there was no need to bring it to that.
When you say the racial element, are you talking about this guy's post? Are you talking about him being brought into the situation?
Him referring to them as YNs and whatever and getting defensive.
He was saying it to be discriminatory or was saying it to be funny?
What's the difference? Discriminatory and being funny is the end result is you're getting
the difference is that one is malicious, one is he's an idiot.
Is he a comedian?
No. I mean,
I saw what you
like. Was there? Was he was it negative? Was he like, these YNs are getting at my wife, or was he making a comment on a picture? But that is what the overarching thing is that they're getting at his wife. I mean, I'm sure because they're being critical of
almost like
her.
Stay in your place, YNs. Like what are you doing?
Yeah,
a white guy said that.
Well, that's what
they're saying.
The rumor is that it's that his husband runs the page, and then apparently he had to. I think he deactivated the page or some stuff like that. I just think.
What's your take on that? I mean, because obviously.
Okay.
You're a radio history guy.
Well, yeah, because I know about radio, so I understand people's the feeling of you getting nostalgic and holding on to something and thinking that radio is supposed to be a certain way because it serves the culture.
Yep.
But this is like I just said, it is a money thing. The fact that they've even kept a lot of the black programming and stuff like that, I'm actually color me shocked. I'm actually shocked that some of that stuff, like some of the Afrobeat shows and all this stuff, like I guess some of it they're looking at that it's working enough. But
radio makes money by selling advertising space. The advertising space rate goes based off of the amount of listeners that you think you have in any given spot.
Yeah.
The Afrobeat show is going to stay because that's a loyal listener base. They're not going anywhere if you play the slaps. I imagine that drives revenue.
No, I understand that, but
I don't do too much. It's once a week,
and that's the difference because the morning show is every day. The Afrobeat show would be once a week. So there's less commitment for certain shows.
I haven't done radio in a long time for a morning commute.
Right.
So I actually don't know. How good is this morning show?
Oh, I don't know. I'm also...
That's the other problem.
I'm also not in the morning.
The other problem is the majority of people that are talking about it, and I don't even know if them
are people that don't listen to the radio.
Podcasting took away my morning show listening. I mean, podcasting ate into
no, but what I meant was them on that podcast. I don't know if they even listen to the radio in that way to feel that invested.
I was checking out Marlon and Ace sometimes when I had an early audition because
Right.
That's my nigga. So I wanted to see what was popping. I am now that you reminded me. I am gonna check what it sounds like in the morning.
Yeah.
If I'm on the road.
That's an interesting take. I didn't know this was happening locally.
It blew up to something.
I wish everybody success.
Yeah, man. Like shit.
It's hard running I know this. It's difficult running a radio station here because look at how many times flow has changed. They're not changing it because to come in and well, from my understanding, I don't think
they're doing a rebrand to try. I understand. Yeah,
it's a monetary thing.
It would have been an outroar if you guys woke up one morning and saw 2 white hosts.
It would be, and I think appropriately so.
Yeah. So I mean,
you can never win. There's never going to be 100%.
There's going to be someone that's happy. There's going to be some people that are okay with it. There's going to be some people that don't care. I mean,
yeah. It's just
that's what
it just went somewhere where it didn't need to go. Like because devoid of that racial element, it could have just been a discourse about
and give
what
them
this radio
give them a chance to
give them a chance.
Give her and him and Spec a chance to you know.
Specs deserves the opportunity for sure
to turn it.
Specs been there though, right? So this is, I mean,
but now you're on the morning. The morning show, as you know,
everybody's listens to the radio the most technically.
Yeah, that's where the upgrade happens, where you're being promoted, so to speak, even if it's under
Speaking of the morning shows.
Yeah.
Oh, is that show coming back yet?
No, Netflix took a huge push into the podcasting space.
They did, yes.
The numbers have apparently been debaucherous.
Well, I can understand.
Wait, they did another?
No, I'm just saying.
He's referring to that.
Over the past couple years, obviously they bought the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Rory and Mahler on there. Apparently the returns have been terrible.
I can tell you.
Now, obviously Netflix keeps those things pretty internal. Like it's not like they do Nielsen, but they actually do Nielsen on the podcast. Like you know how they release the viewership or whatever, and these podcasts aren't even registering on the lists anymore. If you're a podcaster and you went on Netflix, obviously they gave you a check.
Yeah,
your contract is for a certain term.
Yeah.
Are you worried though that when you get out of this term and want to maybe get back on a YouTube or back on a Spotify, because obviously it's a Netflix exclusive, that you took the money but maybe you don't have the audience?
How long is the deal?
I think everyone's deal is different, right?
Everybody's based on
If I'm hoping these guys had a short deal.
Fat Joe's is on there, right? With
is it? Yeah.
And they're probably it's interesting because they're probably the only ones
that you kind of see
that I see often outside of Netflix. Yeah. Like I see way more of their clips. Rory
and Mal do clips a lot.
I think these guys is way more.
Yeah, there was a hit.
I feel like Rory and Mal's clips were way more than until they went into Netflix.
I'm sure there's restrictions.
Obviously, because before they used to have the episode on YouTube, the contract dictates.
I know, but what I'm saying is I'm seeing way more.
Yeah.
Like Jada and Chad are giving whole segments from their pod.
And plus, right? And plus,
they do a good job. I would say I've seen the Fat Joe and Jada's pod. I've never seen it on Netflix. I didn't even know it was on there.
Me either. I just realized that it was just because when you said that. By the way, I did see their face.
It is on there, right? Because I
believe it is.
Because
I believe it is.
Just want to make sure because sometimes I be making those claims and it's false.
And they, like I said, they go out. They're in places together sometimes. So it's like they're, you know what I mean. That's interesting that you said that. That's interesting. That's interesting.
It would be very important. That's why it's important. Anybody who is into podcasting,
doing podcast.
See,
is to be careful.
I wouldn't have known because of how frequently I see their stuff.
Yeah, they still have something about maybe, like I said,
and their guests like you said,
and all everybody's deal is probably different.
Oh, that's probably why too.
Why?
Because they have a lot of guests, and a lot of the guests post their stuff on their Instagram, which goes to their Instagram, which means I'm seeing it more. Is Rory and Mal doing guests a lot like that lately? I'm not sure.
I think they keep the pod the same. It's just it's behind this paywall, a Netflix paywall. Like there are shows I watch. I would, from a tertiary perspective, see them on YouTube. Give this an hour to her. That now that they're on Netflix, I don't watch them.
I know, and I don't know what to tell y'all.
And Netflix is great at convert. I don't know why Netflix. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense.
I know what you're saying.
I'm a bit surprised that Netflix is really good at getting me to do stuff I don't want to do. I've seen stuff before. I love this.
There's too many.
How can Netflix not get us to watch podcasts?
Because there's shows on. I'm looking at it. Look, I'll see. look. I'll be like this literally. Oh shit. Yo, Joe and Jada, yo, I wonder what episode that is. And then I just look up and they just added this like
new doc.
This doc or this limited series and the trailer just goes like, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta watch this. Like
so it's the nature of the competition.
They have too much things that I'm not gonna watch the pod on here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think Rory Mal, I watched one episode so far, I think, on
Netflix, the Netflix deal?
On Netflix, the one. And it was
after the Drake one?
Yes, it was the Drake. I wanted to see.
I didn't even finish it.
No,
you know what I'm saying? I watch up to them all.
I finished
was
it.
done talking. I'm like, all right.
I think if no, I think
I got what I needed. I'm out of here.
I think I finished it.
Sorry, Rory.
And if not, I finished at least the segment of it.
Yeah. Just interesting. Look,
that's because I get distracted. I see a show, I see a movie. You see, you're like, whoa, what the hell? And you just.
But I wonder if it also has something to do with my mind.
It is.
It is your mind thing.
Like when I go to YouTube, there's a part of me that's ready to scroll and discover.
Yeah.
When I go to Netflix, it feels very specific.
You have to sit down.
I'm here for a reason.
Yeah.
I'm sitting down. I want to enjoy this.
Sit down for this.
I'm not on the go. I'm not
on the go.
I need to be engaged with content.
And you're dedicating that hour and
oh my God. Ironically, when I watch the Rory and Ma,
yeah,
I put in my car. I was on the go, so I've never sat down at home and watched the Netflix.
And that's my thing. Netflix for me feels like a home.
Yeah, and I forced myself to have it on because I really wanted to hear what they were saying about the Drake.
What do you think has to change from a technical standpoint for them to remove themselves from that stigma?
What's scared is
I don't think that's the answer.
I don't think Netflix got into this to give up their exclusivity.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be.
Spotify's the only one who let Joe said, you can have two.
Yeah.
I don't think they make it a habit of giving everybody two.
No.
So you don't get into this business not to get your exclusivity. These guys are getting a lot of money. I worry that Netflix is going to get out of the space.
Right. Is it something to do, because, you brought up YouTube.
I can see that.
What?
Them getting
I can see them saying, forget it. We're not paying for it. Now, granted, at the time, everybody was super happy because
you got to bet.
When Netflix comes in, they give contracts like that. Other people to compete got to give certain contracts. And then people were excited about that idea. But I worry Netflix might get out of the space.
Yeah, it's potential that they come out of it.
Change something.
Yeah, you mentioned YouTube. You mentioned how the algorithm, your algorithm lends to you dedicating time and whatever. Maybe is the Netflix algorithm not so specific to you? Because when you log into your YouTube, it's like everything that you've seen versus Netflix is just a bunch of shows you watch. But YouTube is not just shows; it's short videos. It's such a myriad of other things where you'll be like, okay, I can watch this podcast and then pause it, come back to it. Versus Netflix, it's like demanding your time, attention, space for that period of time.
I can't go to Pizza Hut
and look for wings
and buy like lasagna and then dip.
But you can go to the Pizza Hut buffet at lunchtime.
But if I go to a buffet, I know what and they bring it back. Yeah. But if I go to a buffet, I know I'm gonna eat whatever.
Hold on, time out. As soon as they bring one back, we're going. Yeah,
100%.
That's what I'm. That's what
because we have to come back because we gotta.
Because that's what we used to go at lunchtime.
Bro, I don't think you understand. I love you, bro. I need to go.
This was our religion, bro. This is how we.
There was a story. My dad tells a story all the time that remember when I went. I don't know if it was the first or the second time. I ate so fucking much that I vomited because I just couldn't believe
how much availability,
bro. There was one time, was it us in a group? There was one time we were with a group of people, fam. And bro, we were eating up the pizza to the point where there was pizza done. Mans were standing at the table like, yo, what's good? Bro, I think it was it's like the woman from the kitchen just nodded like, all right, say less. Yeah. Bro, the pizza just
because then it was a battle.
Bro, we were at the table. Bro, it was us and like 7 mans, B. And we were done. I looked over, B. I saw like 8 fresh pizzas, bro. And the woman was just standing there like this. Like, what's up?
Because they didn't care.
You thought it was over, yo? It's not over.
It's not over. We got more.
It's not over. From which one? Remember they used to have the macaroni? Which one? Huh? It's over here.
The breadsticks.
They started to experiment with the flavor. Remember they started messing with different toppings on it? What's up?
Custom pieces.
What's up? What you thought it was just the pepperoni and the cheese? Oh, what's up?
We got all kinds of shit for y'all.
That was
it's in your price too. Don't ask for the extra.
It's the same.
It's covered.
It's covered.
Yeah.
It's just about you. Can you do this? You only got about 3 hours. Can you do this?
I'm about to say check that time. It's almost that time. We're gonna do it so we could do a review on it and see. If we get any nostalgic feelings or they fucked it up.
Yeah, no, we got to.
I think they will. Shout out Pizza Hut.
No, for sure. Let's go on music for just a quick tangent before we get to other stuff. This is some things. Well,
Shebang.
So Shebang is going, viral. They're doing their things and where they do whatever.
Are you gonna add something in? Are you gonna add something in here?
No, I don't know how to do that. They've been doing that a lot. Did you assume? Okay, so from the album, if we just look at it this way, did you know that was going to be...
That Shebang was going to go?
100%.
No, compared...
Okay, 90%.
Because, Janice seems to be the one on...
I knew that would because
Billboard and things of that nature. But then Shebang is definitely a social media one. The Baby Mama...
It was the DJ. It was the DJ that made... as soon as I saw the DJ with this, I'm like, it's one of those.
Yeah.
But that's what it took me seeing to be like, it is one of those.
Oh, you did?
I heard it and I liked it, but when I saw the DJ doing this, I'm like, that is very bro, I see people doing it with everything. When the bill comes and you don't find your wallet.
See, there's so many different. No, the Kardashians are doing the shebang.
I knew that song was gonna do it.
Yeah,
really,
100%.
I was wrong. I thought Plot Twist would go, and Plot Twist hasn't gone like that. You got to be like outside with drug dealers to enjoy Plot Twist.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Some songs are moment based.
No, I knew that one. I knew that one right away. First listen.
What's the other one? So there's Janice, Shebang. What's the Baby Mama one? There's another one I'm missing that is that's been talked about a lot. National Treasure is one of them, but it's more. It's not as much. It's not as social media.
I feel like I've seen Burning Bridges a lot.
Burning
When
Bridges.
Bro, playing Burning Bridges at the New York Parade with ASAP from there is heartbreaking.
That's what he said. He said Baby Mama.
Yeah, the Baby Mama's.
Okay, sorry.
That's the second half.
My bad. You right. Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah, but that's those ones are going. Where's she at? Yo. Apparently, they took out the GIF off of Instagram of that. Because I guess maybe somebody complained about it.
Of someone complaining about of him going like this?
Yeah, because I guess well, I mean, think about it. If Rihanna's good with who owns Facebook again?
To remove that emoji, that GIF,
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, if she's good with him, right?
No.
I don't know. Why did they take it?
There's got to be a reason. There's got to be a.
What's the other reason?
Universal, maybe.
Someone owns the photo, and I don't know.
Universal's been doing some wild stuff to be. They got out our boy. What's the dirt? B. I was waiting for that. What's the dirt breakdown, and the man came out and said, "Yeah, they won't let me monetize it."
Yeah. The latest one, right? Yeah.
Episode 4.
Yeah.
He did a part 1, and UMG said, "Honestly, we are not letting you break any of this down anymore."
Yeah. After
you're doing it for free.
Yeah. After Drake came and bailed him out that one time. I think they're definitely done with that. But so obviously that's still doing good. There's argument about Song of the Summer. They're bringing up what's her name? Young Miami Spend It.
But it is though.
And you know what?
Have you heard it?
No. Yes.
Outside.
It's well, I haven't heard outside, but I know.
That's not Song of the Summer.
What is the Song of the Summer? Summer just started, to be fair, so we don't know yet.
We don't know yet, but right now it's probably
as it stands right now. Who's in the lead? Spend That's in the lead.
No,
for Song of the Summer.
I'll tell you what is in the
Give it to me.
French Montana.
No.
It is.
Which one? Wait, Ever Since I Left You? That's the Way I Like It? Or the new one with Young Miami on it?
No, it's that one. Ever Since You Left Me.
Oh, no.
But the New York Knicks joint? That's what that is. It's a New York Knicks record.
Yeah, bro.
But is that what it is?
No. I'm not saying that it can't be that.
It is.
But you think that compares to Where Am I Scared?
Wait, see when you do that? What is it? Is it compared to? We're talking about
typically
what song?
That's the Song of the Summer right now, bro.
Up on y'all.
I'll play French right now. Girls ain't doing nothing. I play Spend That. They go nuts.
Well, typically, Song of the Summer. There's a bunch of songs in contention.
Because you're only talking about. You're talking about.
When we say summer, we're talking about a song that plays outside. I don't care what you listen to in your car.
So you're not talking about numbers or
but numbers gets
that
doesn't
mean talking about the feeling in the streets.
No.
No, but is it Spend That did no numbers? Because you probably can't make that argument either.
I can. Hold on.
All right. While he tries to make that argument, what did you think the Song of the Summer was?
Well, there's a bunch of songs in contention. Shebang is in the songs of contention. It's the Spend That, and I wanted to say.
What did you want to say?
Yeah, did you find it?
No, not yet. And Janice is still there. Come on.
Is Janice a Song of the Summer?
Yo, we're talking. Yes,
I'm being funny because obviously it went number 1. Obviously they played a bunch of places.
Yeah, imagine saying a song that's number 1.
Speaking of which, while we're talking about music, while you try to find this, guys, I got tricked by an AI artist. And
not you too, man.
So the first time I got tricked by an AI artist was a couple months before the World Cup. There was an AI song for the French national team that I thought was the real song for the French national team for about 2 weeks. Right. Found out that was AI and just quietly hugged that. Didn't tell nobody, but it's because I hadn't played it for nobody.
Yeah.
There was an artist that I thought I discovered, first of all. I'm so mad because it made me feel like I was authentic.
Yeah.
An artist named Soul.
Oh, no.
Because I build this. I love deep house, especially love Afro house. So there was an artist named Soul, SOL, who had a song called.
And it goes a little something like this.
No, I'm not gonna play it.
Why not?
It's called Fine.
You don't want to play it a little bit?
No.
Oh, here's the battle: R&B, hip hop, digital song sales. Number 1, Ever Since You Left Me.
Wow.
But to be fair, number 5, Spend That. which is why they said they're both in the tens.
Fair, in contention. But Soul got me. I don't know if Soul got any of y'all. Soul
never got me. Yo. I knew that shit, yo. Fuck.
It's so good though.
You knew that it was
AI. Hold on, theoretically, it's AI. If I played it right now, we wouldn't get demonetized.
I felt a ways about it. That's why I sent it to you. I'm like, yo, bro, I don't feel right about this. Like, in terms of...
So as soon as you heard it,
I got 10 seconds. No soul. 10 seconds in, I had to confirm with XP because I felt like this was beautiful, soulless music. Yeah, the beat is crazy.
Immediately you knew this was fake?
I said 10 seconds in. That's not 10 seconds. Now... And the first time I heard it, she went right away.
That's 10 seconds right here.
No, this is where it started from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I said, I gotta stop this guy.
Really? You knew? Oh!
Yeah.
And oh God.
Like I said, I felt dirty. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
I turned it off.
Yeah, I felt like,
because what happened is
this is good.
It was in my playlist. I couldn't find it on Spotify again. So I'm like, I can't find this thing on Spotify. So I looked for Up the Artist. I'm like, 7 projects in a year and a half.
Yeah.
7 full-length hour projects in a year and a half.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the output. If you can't tell based on the music and the sound, if they have an exuberant amount of projects with similar album art and it's all released under the same calendar year, that is a dead giveaway. Like, it is impossible to have that kind of output.
But
like,
shout out to Spotify for pulling it.
But I don't know if it's pulled.
We don't know that. Yeah, we don't know this. We don't know this.
You can't find it on Spotify.
But
the artist is there. That song is not on Spotify.
But we don't know the reason is because it's AI. There's other AI songs on the
Spotify. It's like a thing. I'm telling you guys something that you told me about. Spotify.
So why did they remove the whole catalog of the whole instead of one single song? What happened
there? I don't work for Spotify.
That was very good. You don't work there.
I don't work there. I don't know the thread. I read the headline. Like, that
is really funny.
That's me to give a manager some token.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
What?
No, nothing. Go ahead.
What? I'm not allowed.
You're allowed. Wait, you're allowed. What do you want to? You want to help me?
Speaking of of real artists, Lizzo sold 2,000 copies of her album first week. How do you guys feel?
Time out. She dropped an album.
Yeah.
She dropped an album.
Yeah, it's called.
No,
it's called.
Let me see this.
Bitch, I think.
No, he's capping. Okay, wait. You're not capping. Are they capping? I never seen no one thing about a Lizzo dropping.
She on a label?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's their fault.
Exactly.
So I didn't know her stuff was coming out at all. I saw no promo.
Oh my gosh, she dropped an album last week. Oh no, the week before.
All I know
it says June 5th.
All I know is that it sold 2,600 copies in its first week, and it's her first release in 4 years.
Oh my Jesus!
The headline is,
what's going on?
The headline is music industry executives question whether a perceived betrayal of her fan base or lacking label support accounts for why.
It's not because she lost weight. I'm not letting them get that off.
Wait, people are saying that?
Is that one of the
y'all gotta stop that. Y'all gotta stop that.
Lizzo was a big queen of the body positivity. You know, I love how she was a big queen of that. And then obviously Lizzo clearly went on a very serious weight loss journey. I'm not going to say whether she was on a GLP-1 or not. It's none of my business.
But she was working out a lot.
She went on a serious weight loss journey.
I seen.
And people, you know, obviously that maybe felt like a betrayal to some people. This is some of the headlines I've seen. I don't look. I wasn't a big enough Lizzo fan to have a voice.
I'm gonna be honest,
but I refuse to believe that she went from Lizzo to 2,600 units pushed.
There's no way
because of losing a few pounds.
No, there's no way. And first of all, if you love Lizzo, that she lost weight, and you said I'm not listening to her music anymore, then you weren't a fan of her, because that doesn't make no damn sense. She lost weight, so I'm not going to listen to anything.
I'll provide pushback on that.
Like, what are we talking about?
The pushback is if her identity is,
and that's what I was going to say,
is solidified through body positivity, and that's what a majority. And I'm saying
did she shame? Did she? I think
they felt she was a hypocrite.
Did she shame people about that I'm skinny and you're not?
Look, let me tell you something. As a resident fat guy on the podcast,
what are we talking about?
As a resident, when you're a bigger person, it is part of your identity, but also part of your identity is all the reasons you think you can't get the weight off. So if you identify with an artist that is espousing, I mean, it's not a healthy, goddamn, I started losing weight. So if you identify with an artist who espouses that, makes you feel comfortable about yourself, and then they, you know how people are, they're fans, they're fanatics. They start to lose weight, it gives you no excuse. Like you lost your last hero type thing.
I think
I could see a lot of young women who already get the short end of the stick from a media perspective when it comes to body positivity and imagery. You can see a lot of young women feeling very betrayed by that.
I think, to be honest, I personally think that a lot of people, I think there's more people that didn't know Lizzo was dropping an album than people who decided to not listen to her album anymore because she lost weight. I don't think she's been present enough on whether it be social media, whether it be talking with her fans. I think a loyal fan base would be following the story of what she's doing, and maybe she didn't articulate that to them, that to her fans. I'm not talking about the label stuff, but talking to her fans, saying, "Yo, I'm going on this weight loss journey. Come follow me as I do this or do that, or the reason why I'm doing this, doing that, or you can do it too, or if you don't want to, that's your choice, but here's the reason why I'm doing it," and you love her music. I think that would bring people over that may want to stop listening to her music because she lost weight, but now they have an understanding. So I personally don't know, because I'm not the biggest. No, you just shocked me when you said Lizzo dropped the album. I had no idea.
Same.
But if she articulated that to people, and then they still said, "Oh, I'm not going to listen to the album," because usually when you care about an artist, you want to listen to the album to understand their perspective or where they've been or what they've been going through. You have no idea what they've been going through as to maybe why they lost weight. If that's a reason why you don't want to see where she's going musically.
Have you heard of looks maxing? You've heard? I think I mentioned it here. Have you heard of this before?
Looks maxing.
Looks maxing.
Yeah, it's a new term.
It's the person who made it popular, made a guy named Clavicular.
Okay, what is looks?
His perspective
maxing?
is that everything in your life is better if you're better looking.
Yeah.
So that your life's mission
is to look good.
Is to look good first and then do everything else.
Okay.
Right? So you do anything it takes to look good.
Okay.
This guy does Molly so he won't eat.
Right.
Right?
For example, yeah.
Okay.
I think that looks maxing as a concept is an affront to the body positivity movement, right? Because body positivity says you're good as you are.
Yep.
Looks maxing says you better change.
And get as best as you can if you want to have
at any cost.
And you think she took on looks maxing?
Not that.
No, but
go ahead.
But in if you want to be technical, if she felt a certain way about herself and woke up one morning and then started this whole campaign to look better and feel better, you can see it in how she's acting and moving. She feels better about herself.
Okay.
She's healthier. And I can speak to that. When you get healthy, you get happier, you move better, you feel good that you're doing it. Yeah. However, Lizzo does have to answer for the fact that for a huge chunk of her career, she's happy how I look. I'm not changing anything.
Yeah.
But that's why
when she showed up to the Laker game with her ass out, you remember that when she showed up with the ass chaps? And her whole thing wasn't, this is inappropriate for her, which I think is inappropriate anyway. But her thing was, you guys are talking about this because I'm the size I am. I'm not changing that. Y'all got to do with me now.
And I disagreed with that, because if she was skinny and or whatever, and
had her chaps out, I would have been upset as well.
Everybody would say the same thing, because this is a basketball game. We're not going to do that. Listen, my point is, at the end of the day,
I don't believe anything you guys are saying, but go.
Wait, you don't? What do you not believe?
I don't, you think a skinnier person would have been able to get off?
Yes, but who
no, wait. Get off, or people would complain. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
I don't think
if she came with her ass out, cheeks.
All right, hold on.
At the Lakers game,
hold on.
Everyone would say nothing. People would say nothing.
I'm gonna say something that is probably a bit more relatable. We know women that are busty and women that are not. I've seen a busty woman and a woman with a flat chest wear the exact same thing, and they tell the busty woman she has no business being out in public looking like that.
Okay.
So we do that.
That's not what I'm talking about. You're moving the goalpost. I'm saying if somebody,
the skinny girl with her ass out, I don't think gets bothered like Lizzo got bothered.
If Kim Kardashian came to the Lakers game with her ass out,
they wouldn't say nothing.
People would complain.
No, they wouldn't.
Man, stop.
No, they wouldn't.
Stop.
Not the way they complain about Lizzo.
Yeah, there was thing pieces.
And you're moving the goalpost again.
That's movement?
Yes, I'm saying.
So you're saying, okay. So I hold the line with no one. You want me to say no one?
Yes. There was college essays about it.
People said she was disgusting. Nobody would call a skinny girl disgusting for showing up with her ass out.
I did not read the depth. I'm only talking about people.
Conversations about it.
All right, go ahead.
I'm telling you.
No, y'all talking over me. Go ahead.
I'm telling you what happened.
Go ahead, because you guys are talking about things that I'm now arguing. There could have been reports and fucking research. I'm just saying the idea of a woman coming to the Laker game or basketball game or the Toronto Raptors game with her ass out, there would be people talking about it or complaining. That's it. I'm not saying that people are going to say it's disgusting. Yes, those are the body shaming people that come out and say, yo, this is disgusting, or this is whatever. How dare you put all your like, I understand that happens, but I'm not talking about it. Just the idea of being spoken
Somebody
about.
Complain and say kids are here, don't do that.
Yeah, this is a kid front. What's she front? She's front courtside. Like, come on, man. That's all I'm saying. So if.
But do you agree that society has less tolerance for larger size people?
100%.
Okay.
That's not. I'll never.
Then we agree.
So I'm not. Yeah. So that's 100%. What I'm saying is, if you, I guess my thing is I have a problem with. Because again, I still stand on a lot of her fans didn't know she dropped an album, yo. I'm gonna be honest.
I heard this about label problem.
They didn't know, but if they did, if you knew Lizzo was dropping an album, and you love Lizzo the whole time, like you love her music, forget I love the fact that she's a bigger woman and I'm a bigger person and that's why I like her. No. Do you like the music? And if you like the music. And you like what she writes, and you like her voice, and you like her rapping and all that, and then all of a sudden you found out she was skinny, or lost weight, and she felt happy about herself, and then she dropped the album, and he said, "I'm not gonna listen to that." I find that a little odd to me, because I don't want
records.
She's on Atlantic Records. Like I would want to again as a listener.
Atlantic did it.
Jeez, this is getting weirder and weirder by the second.
Wow,
that's getting weird.
Well,
did you see any promotion of her prior to?
No.
Anything? Do you see her appear at any shows? Any
some podcasts? And stuff.
You saw her on some podcasts?
Mm-hmm.
Do we know the podcast?
It was what's the guy?
If it's Lizzo, she would have done big ones.
What's the guy married to
Did she go?
Benny is it Benny Blanco?
Selena Gomez.
Yeah,
it's Benny. Yeah,
Benny Blanco. Yeah,
that's where she went.
She went to Benny to sell records.
No, she did his podcast, and they were actually talking about her weight loss journey. I remember a couple of episodes ago, quite a bit of episodes, we talked about how she actually was one of the first artists to step out and talk about how the algorithm is actually not favoring artists anymore, and she started a campaign to get people to follow her directly. And all that kind of stuff. So she was very ahead of that. She was also very public about her weight loss journey. So she was letting fans and people in to that side of her and breaking the fourth wall in that way and being very open and honest about stuff. But once again, without some people feel like because the landscape of radio for certain people, because the landscape of radio hasn't changed for everybody, but maybe for her it changed. Mm-hmm. So therefore she's now not getting the fans and stuff that are coming in strictly from her radio hits. Like for example, that Truth Hurts record just crossed 1 billion streams on Spotify. So like with the promotion of her records, they do well. So the question is it, like you said, the big questions is it based on her new weight loss journey and them not identifying with her, especially in the era of identifying with an artist specifically for a reason and not just good music? Mm-hmm. Is it because the labels are now not putting in the kind of support that they used to before for a myriad of reasons, whether they're moving on Atlantic? Mm-hmm, I've been hearing a lot of different things about Atlantic in general.
You have to hedge your bet to your music guy. What do you think? You're hedging a bet.
But I think the algorithm, I'm going to the algorithm situation because as an artist, because as an artist, the one thing that you can bet your bottom dollar on, you can't bet your bottom dollar on radio. You can't bet your bottom dollar on what your label decides to do. But what you can, and Oshan, you know this, when you put up a clip or you put up something, you know how much views you're going to get or how much you're averaging and what kind of reach it is. So if you wake up one morning and you see that dramatically is now changed because of algorithmic changes, then you're going to start being like, okay, what's happening? Because when I used to do it this way, I would get all this kind of reach, engagement, things like that, but something is now changed. So the fact that started this and you couple that with everything else, it just makes for a very, because there's terrible artists that will sell more than 2,600 records in the first week. And they even said, they're like, well, Chris Brown sold, I can't remember. Because now there's this argument about physical versus sales plus streaming. So they're thinking that number is the sales plus streaming number because Chris Brown did something similar, but that was the physicals, or I think it was like 4,000. But then like obviously the sales plus streaming is like 70,000 for Chris Brown. So in actuality, I don't know what her first week sales outside of those physicals that I'm guessing that they're talking about. But either way, it's obviously an issue because that is very low for somebody who is.
I think an artist of Lizzo's stature we are the type of guys who should have at least known or heard about a project.
That's what I'm saying.
The fact that the three of us, considering the circles we run in, the parts of our line we are, and didn't hear anything about it. We're making
too much, like, she wasn't out enough, even from her, maybe even her and her team. They weren't out enough outside of the label, or maybe they were depending on the label to do a bunch of shit, and they didn't, and then they also didn't, and they were at a standstill. Because it doesn't make any sense. If she has a email list of, I don't know, let's say she has, look, how many people?
50, maybe 50.
How many people she have? Yeah, say she's gonna have more than that because this girl had a number one.
By the way, she said it was, so they're saying fewer than 3 million streams first week and then under 3,000 units sold. So if you want to know, because the conversion rate. So it's under 3 million first week and then that. So
she got 11 million followers on Instagram. 11 million.
Yeah, that's madness.
So I'm going to assume that her email list or whatever maybe has got even 200, 300,000.
300,000 easy.
Yeah, right?
She dropped mixtape.
So you're telling me that 300,000 people don't know about the album? Because that's what you're telling me.
I mean, I even hear people talk about artists that they love, they not knowing that they had an album come out.
But that again, that's on the artist to convey to, if they've created that place where outside of Instagram, TikTok, and whatever, letting them know that I am dropping an album here. What it is like this is part of the thing that I'm learning right now too. Like you have to be best friends with the fans. You got to be like always talking to them about anything and everything and all the things. No matter if you change your mind, if you eat pizza with no pineapple and now you've changed your mind and now you're gonna be eating pineapple on pizza, you got to let your fans know that that's what you're doing and why you're doing that. You know what I mean? And I'm going to be coming up with my own pizza brand next month, and they know because you've been on this journey discussing a whole bunch of shit with them. I don't know if they've been doing that this entire time.
It's a good,
I don't know, because why the three of us who are in music, who know about obscure artists dropping,
I heard nothing,
and we heard I thought he was joking. I had to go look myself. I thought he was playing.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of records. It's not even an EP. I see Beer Records.
It's an album.
I listened to satellite radio. I never seen her name pop up playing any song on satellite radio. Even when I turned on terrestrial radio, I haven't heard any song pop up or whatever the case may be. We know when a Sabrina or this person or that person or whoever or Olivia or whatever, it has a new song. Even if we don't know the song fully, we hear it.
Yeah.
I've never seen her name just pop up generally.
It's very interesting.
That's strange to me.
Yeah.
Did she have? Is there any rapping on this album?
Well,
none of us have heard it.
But he found out recently. It's called "Bitch." Tell me, there's gotta be
some rapping on there.
Yeah.
So then,
she.
How does that not?
Does it not translate?
How's that not on a? Let me see.
Yeah, it's.
I'm just saying, like this. I'm just saying. I think it's weird that if you are a fan of her music and then she lost weight and now you don't want to listen to see just curiosity.
Direct just stuff I heard.
I know, but I just think that's y'all. I think that's weird to me.
Yeah.
Like I want it pique my interest. It's my artist. Let me hear. If I like it, I like it. I don't.
Right,
then it makes me feel like you weren't really like. At least maybe you were. What did they call it?
Looks maxing?
No, Maywether fan. How did they call it? Like Fairweather fan. You're not a true fan.
Speaking of Maywether,
no. Here we go.
Have you guys heard about this Floyd Mayweather stuff?
I mean, I've heard a few different things. Which one are you? Which one are you speaking of, bro?
So the two that I'm speaking of specifically is the checks he wrote for the jewelry store that apparently bounced, and then more specifically, because it's not the first time I've heard of Floyd doing this.
Yeah.
The $4 million advance he took for 2 fights that he then brought somewhere else.
Wait.
Well, I never heard that one.
That's that's the most recent felony. He took a $4.5 million advance
on a fight that was coming
for somebody to promote his Pacquiao fight and his Mike Tyson fight exhibitions.
Yes.
He took the advance
and went
and did the fights with other promoters.
Oh, you can't do that. That doesn't make it. How's that even legal? How could you even?
I mean, look, people can get sued for anything. You can say anything in a claim. But when I was younger, Floyd Mayweather used to have sound bites that, as a young kid, middle class, growing up. I mean, these were some of the greatest sound bites I've ever heard. Floyd, one of my favorite sound bites is Floyd says, "When I pull up to the club, I'm a money counter when I pull up to the club."
I can't do this with you right now.
They know it. They see the cars. They see the ice. I'm cocky. They know. Floyd had a scene one time in 24/7, which was the he was just throwing money at the camera. I'm Floyd, money.
Oh yeah,
I know. My name is Floyd. My name, right? Floyd would have a little moment, hey, bring the bag. It's 10,000 right here. Some of the coldest.
Yeah. Money flexing in real life.
If Floyd is really broke, those have now become the dumbest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay, but speaking as
I don't even mean broke, rich broke, because I know Floyd's only ever going to be rich broke.
Yeah.
Because what they're saying Floyd is doing, which guys is a rich thing, people do it all the time. He's taking his hard assets, and he's getting loans against him for cash. And if he can't pay the loans back, he loses the asset.
Yeah, that's it.
But
if that's what he's doing.
I learned this in a James Bond movie. The toys aren't worth anything if it's between you and your life. Don't you notice at the beginning of a movie they show James Bond all his stuff? You have a car, you have a watch, this, that. By the end of the movie, James Bond don't got none of that stuff left.
That's so funny.
Because it was required to survive. So I'm not talking about him putting stuff up. Because let me tell you something. Floyd got a plane to get a loan against, which means he bought a plane. All right?
Yeah.
But I do think it's a commentary on the mismanagement because for years, 50 told us this guy couldn't read and didn't have a situation set up right.
So interesting.
And apparently he tried to help him, right? And he didn't listen or whatever.
Rumor has it.
Shout out Adele. That is.
I just hope it's not true. Because I think Floyd represents something to our community that he can be broke.
I think he can be broke.
It's the rich broke at minimum that you're talking
No, but he can't be rich broke. Floyd made enough money. If you're young,
he shouldn't be rich broke either.
If you're a young business guy, Floyd triggered not just athletes. Floyd would have fights, and I remember one time LeBron came to see the Pacquiao fight. He said, "LeBron, you're here." He goes, "I just want to see what it looks like to watch a guy get $300 million for the sport he's in."
I think I remember that too.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because there was a level where Floyd was inspiring. If you're an athlete, Floyd was telling you, "You'll go here and negotiate, get your money,
and get your bag."
If you were a business guy, Floyd's saying, "I'm the promoter."
Yeah.
When Floyd said, "I bought myself out of the Bob Arum contract," I remember the time I bought myself out of the Bob Arum contract for $2 million. Yeah. After that, I became my own boss.
Yeah, my own boss,
bro. For the culture, Floyd can't be broke.
Yeah, he can't.
He can't even be rich guy broke.
Yeah, he can't.
This all has to be a serious misunderstanding.
Or playing games.
Yeah, so put your best hat on. You're wearing a hat and a do-rag. So what do you think, if it's not rich broke and it's not broke, then what is your hypothesis of what could be going on as an interpretation of what is happening?
Yeah.
If you just really
Floyd apparently has a crazy overhead, $1 million a month.
Okay. Just like off of just living.
He has security guard. You ever seen Floyd? Have you ever seen him?
In real life?
No, I haven't seen him.
All right. You see Floyd walk by anywhere, you understand where $1 million is going. He got like 7 steroided out security guards with him. 4 of the baddest women you ever met before in your life. And like 2 bags full of designer shopping.
Yeah.
And what he has on is dripped out and you'll never see him wear it again. You never see Floyd in the same clothes twice.
Right.
So it's a lot of money. Right? But what I honestly assumed, Floyd also got to a point in his career, he was making $100 million, $300 million in a single night.
Yeah.
A smart investment guy tells him, "Look, Floyd, if you're going to burn $1 million a month, you need $12 million a year passive." Floyd made enough money to do $12 million a year in passive. Do you see what I'm saying? Like he's made enough that what he has should be making him $12 million a year passive.
Yeah. However,
I think maybe what happened is, because I know some athletes with it, the way some athletes do their stuff is they get a check, it goes into their money manager's account. This is for sometimes it's for tax purposes, even to protect them from themselves. And what the money manager will do is they send them a stipend of their wages. That's why some athletes will say, "I've only made money off my endorsements," because he told them, "Don't give me this.
Don't give it.
Let the salary go over here," whatever the case may be. And then if I need something really, really extra, you tell the money manager, "Yo, I need it."
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he works for you. He's going to give it to you. I think maybe what happened with Floyd is he had a couple money managers that didn't tell him how much cash was left.
I just kept sending when he asked.
I kept sending what he was asking for. And then I think he went there one time for something.
Found out.
However big or small it was. And they said, "Floyd is not there." And I think that's when he started to sue other people.
Right. And take.
Because remember, because the thing is, when you have a lot of money, you just assume. I had a friend one time tell me he ran into a situation with a business and he said, there are accounts now that were mine that are apparently not mine anymore. Because he was on a joint with somebody and the person's gonna say, "Well, you owe me this on fees and this, that, and the third, and I'm the lawyer here." And technically you did have money sitting here, but you don't have it no more. I think Floyd ran into that. I think Floyd thought he had a lot of money sitting in places you don't really have no more. And I think that's why he's suing people. Because Floyd didn't knowingly write a bad check. In my opinion. I think Floyd wrote a check from a place where he thought money was.
Well, yeah.
And when the check bounced, he's like, "Well, I gotta sue the guy because there's supposed to be money in there."
There should be money there. Right.
That's my thought.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's my thought.
That makes sense.
That is well thought out and sounds more likely, because I can't see someone of his stature and someone who's built his career off of money. I mean, his name is Money Maywether, right? So for that to be your name and to be, running people for a loop like that would be an insane legacy. And
I just don't want people to be right, because people for years, he's gonna spend himself broke. Nah, bro. Bro, you got to see how they're not flashy, they're not public, but billionaires be not wasting money, but they be spending crazy bread on stuff. When you have it right and managed, again, $12 million in passive, $12 million a year is a lot of money to spend on stuff.
Yeah.
Especially when you own your homes and properties and cars. $12 million in passive is a lot of money. He'd have the craziest lifestyle you'd ever seen, but he should make enough to do that. Yeah, and I say Floyd's hard work, dedication from the time he was a young man, world champion at the age of 21, is enough for him to do that. But it does make me feel bad that when you're signing these exhibitions, Floyd,
that's
and you're 50 years of age,
that's the red
flag. It does sound like I want cash.
And I need cash now. I'm looking for a settlement. I need cash now. Called JG Wentworth. 877 cash now. Like that. No, that seems like what it could be.
Hope I'm wrong.
No, hopefully. Speaking of wrong, did you watch the Summer House Aftermath?
Yeah.
We ended up watching it.
I did. I watched it with my sister. The hard thing with me and the Summer House Aftermath is obviously they filmed the aftermath
after everything.
Immediately after. But in the time since, we know that Amanda and Wes are still together. We know that Amanda and Wes went to Italy for a wedding while the after show was ending. So I read Amanda. It was him coming. I read that whole thing as
correct because
more manipulation on her part.
Because she was saying because there was three. Obviously, they split it into three different verticals. One was Amanda talking with Lindsay. So let's talk about that one first. First of all, I think because I remember because I never watched the show, so I don't know a lot of these people
like the dynamic in depth.
But the Lindsay girl who was in the red dress, I felt like. Even on the reunion, like she was really trying to say some real stuff, but like she wasn't being. She was the one who was stepping out and being like guys, are we seriously are we listening to the same thing? Like she was the one who was really getting visually and verbally agitated in the whole situation. So the fact that that's whose house Amanda pulled up to, I was surprised because I'm like, wait, the one person that would actually not lie to her. Like she's the one she's gonna have a conversation here with. Like I thought that was very interesting.
It's the only person she has left though.
Yeah, but then maybe she
where else is Amanda gonna go?
No, then maybe she doesn't talk to anybody. But
Lindsay knows her. To be fair, they know her from
right. So, but the fact that she knows her and she's also giving her the real, like how she really feels, and basically all the stuff that it looks like she really wanted to say to her, but. She didn't say because either they were cutting her off or in editing how she feels about Wes for real. Like because the thing is on the show, on the reunion, it did feel like she was just against Wes in the ideology of it. But in this thing, it seems like more she's concerned about her friend kind of thing. And then I had to start asking myself, well, how deep is their friendship? And like what you just said, it sounds like they're probably the friendship dynamic that they have is probably what I was led to believe that Amanda had with Sierra in that sense. Like that's really her.
No, her and Sierra were definitely closer friends, but her and Lindsay are friends.
Like, but you have friend levels, right? Yeah. Like where there's certain friends where you can say certain things, but then maybe not like the real truthful baseline stuff. Yeah. I feel like with the Lindsay girl, that's where because. Lindsay was telling her off and she was sitting there like taking it in a sense where she wasn't getting like defensive. And by the way, she also, I don't know, there was rumors that, her and Wes were on some like other drugs, not just whatever when he
had blockers.
Yeah, but apparently they were on some other drugs. But
what kind of other drugs?
Yeah, I honestly, I wish I had a bunch of lists of some of the comments and stuff like that.
Could have been on lean or something.
But she was
so in slow motion.
Yeah,
lean, huh?
But
codeine,
right? But she wasn't on anything, and she seemed like the way that she was acting at that crib. I felt like that's where a real conversation with Sierra could have happened. Like in that temperament of how she was acting, like a little bit more loose, and maybe now that I'm thinking about it, I guess if you do something with somebody and you're having this secret relationship and you don't tell anybody, or you kind of tell people online and you don't see your friend group for like an extended period of time, and the first time you're seeing them is all in a room on cameras that is going to be broadcast across North America, I think maybe that does do something to you where you're not going to be as forthright if you're on the defense.
We've done this now for 4 episodes. The bail that you try and give Amanda, I find interesting. Does she remind you of somebody?
No. What I'm saying is, it's a
lot of rope.
If I'm trying to understand why she was so talkative and speaking, and at least like speaking truth in that one-on-one with Lindsay versus being on the stage with everybody, there has to be a reason.
No, but
it's not about me throwing her bail, but I'm just trying to, because my thing is, I'm okay with people admitting that they did something that is disgusting and not really having a reason or excuse. Huh?
She's still with him.
No,
Amanda's whole thing, if he came on to me and I feel manipulated with the tears, Amanda's a manipulator.
The argument
she needs
is that
to play damsel in distress.
They both are.
Yeah. Look, I think somebody made a comment. They said, "Why are we giving Wes a pass?" And I don't want to act like I'm giving.
Oh no!
Like somebody was like, "Oh, we're giving Wes
because we're saying boys.
We're not even at the west. We're not even at the west side because we're gonna get to the West Carlton because that's where we're gonna talk about.
But as a point of clarity, the only thing I've seen, the only thing this is showing me about Amanda's a really good damsel in distress. Woe is me, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
And it works on a lot of people.
Girl, and it works. Men, women, children, school teachers. It's probably worked her entire life.
Yeah.
And she's trying it on us, the viewing audience of Bravo.
Well, not trying. She's succeeded.
Well, she did. Look at him.
Because it's succeeded. Yeah. It's succeeded for 10 years, right? No, I mean, just
Because if Amanda's always been this way, and she had us all convinced Kyle. I mean, first of all, Kyle's not great. Kyle was in Toronto a couple weeks ago. Shout out Kyle. But
were you hanging with him?
No, I wasn't.
You wouldn't be able to anymore. After what because we've been saying a bunch of stuff about.
I don't think I've said anything bad about Kyle.
No, maybe not. But go on.
But yeah, she had a successful convinced Kyle's mean to me, and that's why I'm so drawn in. And look, I still fail to even understand how any of this happened. But the takeaway I had from her time with Lindsay is this is a manipulative woman who has a ability to take the posture of victim. Good for her.
But you see, I know that you're summarizing it that way, but the thing is, and I know you think I'm shooting her bill, and that's cute and whatever, and that's fine. But all I'm talking about,
so I want to know who she reminds me of.
If you want to be, she doesn't remind me of anybody.
It does.
Then why don't you tell me who instead of standing on the side and say
I asked.
But if I don't have that reality, and
maybe you're not ready to be honest about it.
Maybe you don't want to open up. Maybe you don't want to.
Oh well, he's my brother, so go ahead, tell him who it reminds me of.
I don't know, but I feel like it's something.
Hold on, I'm just gonna say it, and then let's see. You don't think you have a woman in your past who had a posture of playing victim so that you can come in and save her to equate to your savior complex?
But two things would have to be happening.
What do you just? It's yes or no.
Two things would have to be happening.
You don't think it's yes or no?
She would have to be presenting herself in a way that she requires a savior, and I would have to be providing the savior.
And you don't think you've ever done that?
No.
Are you being serious?
He probably has more than I have. He saves a lot of women more than I do.
See how you're deflecting?
But I'm saying
you just did a yeah, but.
I'm saying yes.
I love people who do yeah,
because you're talking about you're talking about me and a specific individual, which I'm saying no, not to my knowledge.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I know categorically
a lot of the women that you've talked to me about play victim.
He's saved a lot of people. Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, give me an example without saying the person's name in terms of just and like, is this long ago? Is this more long ago?
Or if this isn't ringing as true to you, then it's almost hard for me to keep going because this is your life. But in terms of the narratives that you've given me about the women that you have spent time with,
okay,
and their posture that requires your assistance,
okay,
you do seem drawn to women that are in a victim's posture.
Okay, I mean
that feels very true of your romantic story.
But do you feel like that?
I've never heard you describe a woman who didn't need you in some like life altering way.
But do you think that
even
what
your
you're
friends,
describing,
you have friends that you like take advantage of you in a life altering way?
Okay,
you have a like,
okay,
like
sure,
right? And you felt like it was your responsibility to kill herself with you guys in the car, and you were giving her more excuse for that than anybody else.
Well, I don't think what you're describing when I look at her situation, like I'm shooting her bail, because I'll tell you what it is.
What is it?
What I see is.
Do you think she's cute?
No. Oh. What I see is somebody who was not facing the music of what she did on the reunion
because she's a bad person.
Okay, but I don't care. Bad people know how to face the music because they don't care.
Right.
But alone with this Lindsay girl, I feel like she was more receptive of the criticism.
Because she thought she could manipulate her.
No, but did you feel like she manipulated Lindsay in that conversation?
Her ability to do it and her I think that Amanda's gonna think, well, it's me one-on-one, it's not us on stage. Sierra's not here because she's probably like, I'm not gonna be able to manipulate nobody.
That's different.
Hold on,
we're not talking
I'm
about
gonna finish my point.
Okay,
with Sierra here, Sierra gonna turn all these people against me.
Sure.
I got this girl on the ones. I'm gonna flash some tears. I'm gonna dot my eyes. I got her.
Did she cry? Did she cry during that Lindsay exchange?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really buy it. I was just interested in the fact that she was having a discourse and actually answering for some of the stuff that she did. And
does it count as answering to if I'm not answering to the person I hurt?
No, it doesn't.
She's doing an op-ed, like
right, which is why
she thought she could manipulate Lindsay.
I don't think Lindsay is a person that can be manipulated based on what I've seen.
You haven't watched the show enough.
But in that situation, you feel like in that one-on-one, you feel like she manipulated her and she won in terms of if we look at it in a very linear way.
I think she tried to.
Well, then that's
however successful it was or wasn't. That's its own thing.
But my point is that look, I understand, and after seeing Sierra's thing, like I know they're never going to be friends again, and that's fine. Like,
never. Sierra's on Love Island right now. Shut up, baby. What's up?
Oh, but she is on Love.
Not as a contestant, but she does like a little segments here and there.
Yeah. All right. But what I'm saying is just I don't like that she got to freeze up and say a bunch of bullshit on the reunion and then be over here and be more free. That's all I'm saying. I just feel like I don't like because I didn't think that she had the ability to even be a little bit more honest about some of those things. Like I could see in that one-on-one the manipulation that she did and how they kind of were tricking everybody with how they got together and that whole thing. Like it opened up a different lens. Because like I said, you're allowed to be a terrible person, but you have to answer for your crimes and be like, yeah, I did it because of XYZ. Like that's all I care about. It's if you want to ruin your friendship with someone after it was so great and after they were there for you and this and that and the third, like I'm okay with that. Even in that conversation with her and with Lindsay, she was admitting.
And what if they don't do that?
If they don't
own up to the fact that they're whatever it is, it doesn't change that they're still not a bad person. Because you said if they're a bad person, there has to be a reason. There has to be this reason, and they have to admit it, and they have to.
Because I believe because here's the thing.
Yeah,
love is a very cliche as it is. It's a very complex thing, right? Yeah, and I do believe in the concept of you not being able to control who you love or whatever, right? I don't. No. I don't believe in that concept. I don't allow myself to even get there. I knew somebody who dated this girl, and I'm not friends with this guy, and I didn't even open the conversation up because of respect. But what I'm saying is, I cannot control that. So let's skip past that part.
Every emotion you feel is a choice, because you know that feelings is you telling yourself,
of course,
what you think about what you're perceiving.
Mm-hmm.
You give yourself.
You talk to yourself every day. Yeah, everything. They're
literally self-created.
Mm-hmm.
So, because of that, if you want to control your feelings, control your inputs.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can control their inputs,
right?
Especially when you're an adult choosing to go out in a group environment with people,
and he made you, and the group made you feel better, and all that.
Hop into that, bro.
What I'm saying is...
So nobody does that.
Nobody does what? Because you didn't even let me get to what my point was even about that situation. I'm saying if all those things are true, if everything is a choice, everything is a conversation, and somehow you still get to that end result...
But that's my problem with you saying somehow. That's not somehow. You got there because you wanted to get there.
Through the description of what you're talking about.
You're talking like it's an accident.
No. Not an accident, but something...
Deliberate.
Sure. Well, yeah. Based on what you're saying, based on what you're saying, it's deliberate.
Okay, what are you saying?
That if you are bold enough to do that, then the least that you can do is face the music of what you've done and speak up for why you did it and why it was so important. Because then it's up to the other person to be like, yeah, I don't care.
It's like saying if you're bold enough to rob a bank, you should come back in the morning and let them know it was you.
How's that?
Because why does she have to admit this?
What mea culpa do you want Amanda to have that you felt she got close to having with Lindsay?
Just being truthful about her feelings. First of all, you notice they both kind of said that they love each other as well on this off camera shit, and they didn't say that on the couch.
I don't care.
They tried to pretend.
I don't care.
They tried to pretend like it wasn't even a possibility.
Amanda said she loves Ciara.
Do you believe that?
No.
Like,
so
come on, man.
No, I don't believe that.
I don't. Yeah, okay. You're acting like Amanda had some massive breakthrough. This is where my block is. That you're talking like Amanda had some incredible breakthrough, and that you're like she was incredibly cathartic, and she engaged in the human experience in a way to finally face the music. And I didn't see any of that. So I'm wondering, like, why you did. I'm analyzing you right now.
Mm-hmm.
How did you see that?
Because I felt like she was being more honest with a 1-on-1 versus a 1-on-12. Simple. I just feel like she was opening up more, and also she wasn't staring deadpan at the camera, moving her mouth and being in a defense mode. Like she was actually speaking to someone who was letting her speak, but she was still showing the kind of person she is. But the difference is that she was actually speaking and not getting cut off, and then not like retreating because it wasn't being met with good graces. That's and once again, I'm not saying
what I'll do is I'll actually rewatch it to see if I can see what you saw.
But once again, my perspective is because I don't watch the show.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna because maybe that's how she is all the time, and just not on the reunion.
Look, you're saying something I don't want to summarily dismiss.
No,
you're saying
you can dismiss it.
You're saying that you saw something I didn't see at all. So,
right.
But you're a pretty intuitive guy.
When I want to be.
I did think this was because of your natural tendency to like victims.
Give grace.
You
like victims and you give grace a lot. You like that.
That's a very interesting. I guess I'll have to internally look at myself in that perspective. But like even one thing that was said was that you're an adult and you made an adult decision. Like she received that from that girl, but then she is just not moving that way. Exactly. Like she's not moving like someone who she's moving like someone who's surprised everybody feels this way about what she did. And I think that's my problem. Like, I don't understand why. If you did it and you're happy with it, then why not just...
I can't tell if that's a real feeling or that's just her acting for the show. Like,
and that there's 12 other people on stage.
That character is for the show. Like, that she's embodying that defiant self for the show. And maybe she's different behind the scenes or different outside of this.
Yeah.
But I wonder if you're on a show like that, right?
That's why it's hard to...
Obviously, none of us have ever been, but you're a show, you're not really a character. You're kind of just yourself.
Especially this type of show.
But I'm a big believer in Lacan's gaze, right?
Yeah.
I'm a big believer that people do adjust to the camera when they're in the cameras. And I believe this. I've seen it.
Yes.
They come and they record this thing every summer.
Yeah.
Obviously, the huge part of the relationship that she had with Wes did not happen in front of cameras.
Yeah, well, and that's the irony.
How much is it a balancing act for these people to manage? Like, do you think these people feel like their private life is separate from the show? Even though the show is supposed to be a window into their lives? Does that make sense what I'm saying to you?
Do I think that they think that they have two separate lives?
Is there two selves? Do they have the self that they are in the show and the self that they are outside of the show?
I think inadvertently.
I think a good percentage, yes.
I think it's inadvertent. Because
and I think some cross. I think some have more intertwining than others.
Some people I think the people who are best on TV are the people who are willing to just be themselves on TV.
I know, like Sierra, for example. I think that's a perfect example of her. But
I still think there's a percentage that is still
aware of the cameras.
Like you know what I mean?
Because you look at West, right? That girl that he was dating, that wasn't on the show, right? But he had a full on relationship, and I saw the review clips where he was pretending like he wasn't with anybody at all, right? And then also him with Amanda, that wasn't on the show, right? So those are two big,
and then you bring it to the show,
relationships, right? But then, exactly, but retroactively,
and then we're gonna, I think a lot of reality shows have done stuff like that.
Yeah, it could even be a rebellious act, like I'm going to have something by the people engaging in the relationship. Like I don't want to have this where it's the show's relationship. Like I want this to be our own thing. Like our own real thing off camera, even though we're both on the show and even though we're both holding hands under the table and hugging and stuff.
There's rumors that even in the Love and Hip Hop, they would tell them to do stuff like that. Like, get into if you have a relationship that you're hiding in real life, find a way to bring it to the show. Or if you have a friendship with somebody, but you have some sort of chemistry, play up a relationship into this show, but because they're so engulfed in this character, they start to actually have feelings for each other and have those emotional.
They be having real babies, bro.
And then there's shit like that happens. So it's like,
and that's why I wonder.
How can we
Safari and Erica Mena really did that, bro.
Like it happened.
Yeah,
it happened.
And because I don't know about this show in that way, I don't know how much the executive producers are coaching them or telling them.
It doesn't even have to be them, the executive producer. It could be them, executive producer themselves in the show. Like,
because if I was on a reality show,
I want to turn my shit
I'm a
up.
pretty private person. I have to be honest about that. I'm a private person, but if a reality show comes to me and says, "Hey, we're going to give you whatever my number is," everybody's capitalist, whatever. You give me a number and they say, "But you got to come on the show." I'd take the money, but I'd be very aware I can't be all of myself on the show.
But you would find a way. You would find some way to portray a character. Or a version of you, I should say. I don't even want to say a character, but a version of you that the further the episodes go and you start to get the hang of it, you start to like realize that, wait, I can develop this guy that's not really me, but is me.
Yeah, it's an offshoot of me, like a straw man.
I'll tell you a time when I did that, college.
Okay.
That's the first time I ever did that. When I left high school, I was very, very, I couldn't spell it any louder, how excited I was to reinvent myself.
Yeah.
But I was still kind of the nerdy kid. Mm-hmm. But like I felt myself very focused on the projection.
Okay.
So that's why I imagine that when you get on reality TV and you start out in your early 20s.
Yeah, well, which they did. Yeah, because it's a 10-year show.
Start out in your early 20s, mid-20s, finding your footing.
Yeah.
You might commit yourself to a performance that it becomes harder to do later. So later.
So then, so let me ask you.
And then you're balancing reinvention. And then I'm sure there's the fear of, I want to stay on the show.
And they want to stay.
It's buttering my bread a bit.
Okay. So in the spirit of that, the Wes and Kyle meet up. Yeah. What did you think about that? Because that was the most awkward, and even Wes when Kyle came in, like they admitted they don't know what they're really doing here. Like, and I felt that because this is somebody
executive producer.
This is somebody who took your wife.
Are you willing to shoot? But like,
this is someone that took your wife on camera.
It didn't feel real to me.
Which part of it didn't feel?
Any of it. I'm not meeting the guy who's with my ex-wife, bro.
But do you understand? But if this is once again, if you are a character on a show and listen, let me tell you this: the aftermath and the reunion was Bravo trying to retroactively make money off of this situation because they didn't know about it. Reality shows are contingent upon the narratives that happen and them being able to monetize it. They found out about that when the show was already done. Yes, you can go back and look and see, and people were showing me all the breadcrumbs of all the different shit they were doing. Like, oh my God, of course these guys were together retroactively. But this is Bravo now trying to be like, okay, well, we need something. This is Denzel. I'm leaving here with something, right? So yeah, Kyle and Wes, sorry, you guys are going to meet at the man's apartment. Wes is going to pick up the dog. He's going to be like, yo, why does the dog act like he knows you? Because he's seen the dog before. So I'm just saying, because you're talking about, how I'm projecting, or you feel like I know someone who's like an Amanda or something that that's what you said. But in the same token, I feel I was trying to put myself in a situation if I had to be in a room with somebody who took my wife, or literally who took my wife and is now in a full-fledged relationship, and how awkward that conversation will be, no matter if it's orchestrated, whether it's voluntary, whether it's just for the cameras, no matter what way you spin it, the fact, and I think, to be honest with you, that is the difference between men and women, because even though it's a show, I feel like men can probably do that better.
What is it you're saying men can do
than
better?
Women? I think they can be in the room with somebody like that versus a woman can. Like, I think it's easier for men.
Sometimes.
I'm just saying
men
overall.
Can piece it up, but men also shoot each other. It's a real thing that happens.
And stab each other.
This guy brought it to 10
with an actual.
No, but
knife.
It's not. I've seen that happen.
No, I understand, and most of the
throw bottles at each other.
Bro, yes.
Most of the conflicts with men is
I've seen
around
guys
women.
Swing, famous last words. Yo, talk to your homie, B. Yo, when a man tells you to talk to your homie, leave. Because he's getting ready to do something very stupid.
He's gonna regret in the morning.
Because why are you telling me to talk to him? You don't even know me.
Yeah, you don't know me at all.
Okay, so
talk to your man, B.
Yo,
you think you can get one of those talk to your man, B, to come sit and shoot that scene with Kyle, no matter what Bravo's paying?
But bro, you're thinking about, first of all,
you mean niggas though?
No, there's dudes who get aggressive. That's not.
No, I know,
and some would argue more so.
But that price might make them chill.
But not only the price, but if the rumors is true that Wes is no longer on the show, right, and that was his last hurrah, wouldn't it behoove him to give it another go, to at least save face, or to at least pick up the check? Because once again, I don't know how these people's contracts are built or created or whatever. But that is very weird for them to have that conversation, and for Kyle to be able to retroactively be like, yo, I saw all the times you were shooting at my girl.
That's my point. I think it was all so unreal because, bro, if you took my lady, I'm never the talk that they're claiming they just had and we watched, it doesn't happen.
So you weren't reading between the lines, eh? Because you were watching with somebody. I was watching with myself on my phone, so I was looking at the micro aggressions and the like what they weren't saying. Like it was, I'm telling you right now, they were doing their best acting job to pretend that this wasn't the worst shit they had to do. To me, that's what I saw personally. I'm
you appreciate the performance.
I appreciate it because they did not have to do this, and I can tell they didn't want to either. None of them did.
There you go.
None of them wanted to be there. Yo, go. You were talking about, you want to watch back for the first for Lindsay thing. No, go back and look at that carefully. You'll see that they're doing it for the check, for the camera, for the show, for the betterment of the show or whatever. That's really
they're on job.
Yeah, and I don't know how. Once again, I don't know how close they were beforehand, but obviously their relationship is obviously not going to be the same. I don't think they need to speak to each other, except Kyle says, I care about her. When he says that, do you think he cares about her like that in the way that he says?
You don't not feel like it's 10 years of his life that he was.
But when I find out that he was really bad to her, like
for 10 years,
I mean, I don't know what that means. Their parents that are bad to kids that still love them and care about them.
Do they? Yeah. I know they say that.
They just don't care in a healthy way. But I'm not going to say there's no care. That would be unfair.
So you're measuring the care. What are you, a Care Bear?
Some people say.
Someone says.
Personel calls me Care Bear.
The person what?
Person I was watching the episode with calls me Care Bear.
Okay, then that's all. Then that's. But at least I respect.
Money gang.
I at least respect.
Shout out to Soulja Boy's girl trying to sell his catalog for $4 million. You guys hear that?
No.
Soulja Boy's girl,
ex-girl.
Oh, tried to sell Soulja Boy's catalog,
music catalog for $4 million.
How could she do that? That's impossible.
She's been awarded something in a judgment.
Okay, and then now she's trying to pawn it off as an asset
to liquidate it to pay her.
And
$4 million. You crazy? Is she mad?
Okay, before we go there,
is she mad?
Before we go there, let's run out the last part of her. The last thing with Sierra and the girl, Sierra and Miha.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that interaction?
Thought it was unnecessary.
The two girls that were scorned, you think was unnecessary?
Yeah, because again, we're making West seem like he's Thanos. Why are these girls talking so much?
Wait.
He is Thanos.
You don't think he's Thanos in some regard?
Bro.
He's Thanos in this show.
I've seen men do this. This ain't nothing.
Anybody in this
Why
show,
y'all meeting and having a support group? Y'all got played. My bad.
In this show, he's Thanos for sure.
They've painted him to be that way, regardless of what
and I just don't think Wes has that much motion. He has motion,
but are you jealous of this nigga? Like, what is your?
You see how he's trying to flip it on me?
No, I'm not.
See how he's trying to flip it on me though.
I'm not trying to flip it.
First, it was you. First, he said you was calling me for Amanda. I'm just saying. Okay, hold on.
That was his attack.
Yeah, y'all seen this. Y'all seen the episodes. You guys mean to tell me you've never seen a man pull off crazier game than West?
No, but I'm just saying in this story he's Thanos. That's what I'm saying.
In front of all to see is different, and that's the difference.
What in front of all to see?
TV
reunion,
and you know that women say that they only care when you embarrass me in front of a lot of people. Not if none of them gonna
talk to him again. If he's back with me, okay. You want Wes? You want to impress me?
Get back with that girl.
Get back with either Miha or Sierra. You're goated.
He's not getting back with Sierra, so that's enough.
Yeah, and
not because he doesn't have game. It's just not gonna happen. See, don't do that. He would niggas do that to people.
What?
No, you don't have game. That's why you didn't get her back. No, he can't get her back. He can't.
Game you what?
No. It's. I look. You want to talk about the things that I noticed when I was watching it on my phone?
Game.
I noticed that.
If he had the type of motion that you guys are saying, you guys making seem to do like a
I'm not saying he has.
I didn't
motion.
make anything. He's Thanos in that show.
If he had the motion like y'all saying,
he can't get Sierra.
And Thanos loses eventually.
He's gonna get right back up in there.
Thanos, you know Thanos lost.
Get right back up in there.
Like Thanos ended up losing, so I'm not sure why.
Maybe not Sierra. Maybe not Ciara, but Miha looks like she, Miha.
She might.
Miha looks like she hurt and might go back.
And Ciara will have to be the one to pull her out. Be like, no, you can't. And which is why they need to hook up and be friends.
And Ciara needs to stop taking straight dog. She took Amanda's straight dog. What Amanda did to her. Miha about to embarrass you, girl, and get right back with that boy.
Okay, but you know the difference is that's not gonna be disrespectful if she did.
No, but she was embarrassing.
The last one. Not really. You think that would be
Bro, I don't like when I give people advice and they ignore it.
Well, that's what he does.
But you know what's funny? That is the definition of many girls' friendships with other women. But then they need to stop. It's embarrassing. Stop what?
Not listening to people.
But you can't because that's in their DNA. Because what do you mean stop? Stop? You mean start being a good person? No, they.
Bro, if I give you advice from the bottom of my heart,
Trivelle, that doesn't matter. Some people are.
Now I don't matter.
See, people don't care about that.
You don't matter.
Some people just want to hear what they need to hear and to not listen to it. It's a thing. Like I know girls that have broken up with longtime friends. Forget about what the Amanda and Ciara did to each other. I'm talking about women that were friends with women for a long period of time. And every time they keep running to them and telling them, this man did this happened to me. And they keep giving them advice and they keep not listening. And one day they actually have enough and cut that friend off, like for good. So that is a real thing. People's inability to actually take that information and move on. It almost has to be an internal decision that they make. Like it can't, sometimes you can only hear for someone so long to where you just have to believe it. And it has to come from inside because people can tell you what to do till they're blue in the face. They're just going to go back anyway. So it's like, there's only so much you can do to tell someone what to do, how to fix this. It's like, you don't fucking know about my life. That's what they end up saying to themselves before they go back to the old pattern.
Most of the time, people's lives are not as complex. And this is my honest opinion.
As they make it seem?
Most of the time, people's lives are not as complex as they make it seem.
It's probably never
what people have a hard time doing
is the hard work?
Is separate. No. People work hard all the time. People have a hard time separating what they have to do from what they want to do.
Give me the separation. Give me the example. The breakdown. The want to do and have to do. Give me a situation of something that someone wants to do versus the adjacent have to do in a situation where
I have a friend of mine who's engaged to this guy.
Shout out.
They've been engaged for 4 years.
Okay.
It seems as if
that's not too crazy, but I get it.
But he didn't even say it was crazy or not crazy yet. Why? You saying that's too crazy?
But that's why he said 4. He didn't get 4. He went 4
years. Seems crazy on an engagement, but
I don't think it's crazy.
I mean, if you're not 17,
you shouldn't be getting engaged at 17. Let me
if you get engaged at 17, I'll give you 4 years to figure it out. Anyway,
no,
they've been engaged for 4 years. Okay. I think that's a bit preposterous.
It's borderline. Now, what, preposterous?
Throughout this course, since the moment of the ring exchange, in the relationship, the man has not been great.
Oh, okay. Well,
been a bit of a man about town. He's been cheating.
Okay, well then that's different.
They got a house together.
No, that's different.
Things have not gone good.
That's different.
When I talk to this woman, now here's the thing: I'm not a dirty macker, so I never tell her. I don't tell no woman to leave nobody.
You've dirty macked
like before. The other situation we talked about.
You asked me if I've ever dirty macked before.
You have.
I used to listen to like early 2000s R&B. I think we all dirty macked listening to.
But that's not what I said. I said you've dirty macked before. I hate when y'all want to bring all y'all.
I did that.
All I said was you dirty macked before.
Okay, yeah, but like not in a long time.
Okay, I didn't say how recent it was.
Look at the range.
I haven't dirty macked since college.
Okay, but that's hey, I didn't ask you the times.
Anyway, the story.
Dirty macker.
So when I talk to her,
yes,
what do you want to do? She wants
to leave him.
And of course, she doesn't.
Wants to stay.
She wants
because she wants the years of sacrifice.
Oh my God!
He put a ring on my finger. If I go out there, what am I gonna find? Every guy has something.
This is just my thing.
That's the worst. That's the worst line right there.
Wants
every guy has something
to stay.
Shut up.
But the evidence says she needs to leave.
Yeah,
we're on year 2 of this conversation.
Yes,
and she'd say it's so hard, but it's not.
What's the bad things that's been happening?
Cheat.
He's cheated.
Okay.
He used to pay the bills. He stopped.
Wait. You just said something that's actually bad, and then you just said he paid the bills and now he stopped.
Bro,
there's so many different reasons why.
No, that's horrible.
Let me tell you something, bro. If
you can't pay the bills, and then stop.
You can't put cheating and pay the bills and stop in the same.
Yeah, it is.
Pay the bills and stop is the same. If I convinced you to get a house in our name and I stopped covering my bit, when
now that's different.
But either way, I think it's still bad. If you pay the bills and then stop,
bro, and also like
and we're engaged,
you stop and like It's not like you're low. Every woman's down to be with you if you're low. You stop and you're like lazy stop. I don't even see you trying to start this back up again.
Like, wait.
It almost just seems like this not going to happen no more.
You can't just go and then stop. And no effort to get back?
Further.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Okay, so
actually, yo, I'm telling you this right now.
Cheating and stopping the bills.
Women, yo, y'all tell me the truth.
It's true.
I think a woman would rather understand, yo, why'd you cheat, baby? And have that conversation. They'll be like, yo, why'd you pay the bills and stop? I'm telling you that right now.
No, I agree. I'm with you.
I'm telling you that right now.
There's no way you could pay the bills and then stop. Like you just,
it's better. Don't pay the bills.
Just don't pay the bills at all.
But you gonna get us a house. You gonna get me this car. You gonna give us bills.
And then stop.
That's where it makes it bad.
Can't pay the bills and stop.
Yeah, you can't pay the bills and stop. You can't pay the bills and stop.
You're right.
And if you pay the bills,
you can get over cheating. You can't pay bills and stop. I'm gonna be honest.
Big facts.
No, yes,
bro. Big facts.
Yo, and stop.
I can't wait
big
for the
facts.
comments.
And you're providing.
Big facts.
He's providing her bills and stop.
A woman would have an easier time forgiving you for cheating on a night out. On a night out drunk.
Yes. You cheated.
You paid the bills, stop, and I don't even see you trying to start up the bills again.
I'm putting a poll up.
Bro, it's also, I'm not talking about being low. I'm talking about dudes that get lazy and it's a whole...
Yo, they stop.
He's never coming back to pay these bills.
Yeah, he stopped.
I just gotta do it.
She has to pay those bills.
You ever talk to a woman who...
Come on, man.
Have you ever talked to a woman who's like maybe 6 months to a year into her man being low? Bro, she keeps a ledger of like, I'm paying for a lot.
Yeah, that's why we talked about this. That's why I never like to let a girl know that I'm low.
Oh, bro, can I tell you this? Secret?
I can't.
When I used to date, I like going on nice dates. I set a standard for the dates I go on. They're a good time, but they require me to have a certain amount of cash.
So it can't be on a card? Sorry.
I used to, when I was dating, rather a woman think I wasn't interested
than that I didn't.
That I don't have the money. So I'd rather us just go get ice cream or something. I'd rather seem like I was busy.
I understand.
Trivelle.
That's where you guys are. That's where you guys are the same.
Trivelle.
I'm sorry.
No. I'm not even gonna be angry. But like, I completely get it. I completely get it.
I've made.
Oh my God. What?
Dime baddies of all types. I've made them hate me.
Instead of admitting
on purpose. They admit that I don't have the money to come to. Like, she'll be like, yo, what's wrong? I've made them maybe
I'd rather
I'm
you think I was cold than think I was broke, fam. I'll be real.
I'm just a stupid, fucking irresponsible. Like, you're gonna think every negative thing about me, then that I don't have the bread to take where you figured that we should be doing.
Bro,
so, yeah, I got.
That's what it comes down to. For me,
I can't do it. So continue. Okay, so
back then.
But right, no, of course. So, but finish that story. So you said so the cheating. You didn't pay. He started to stop paying for those. What was the other things that
That's enough,
bro. That's enough.
You
can't cheat and not pay the bills. No. Let's have it right.
No. At the cheating, it stops. But
it doesn't stop at cheating. A lot of women accept cheating.
Yeah, a lot of women accept cheating. Come on.
Another poll. I'd like to see.
A lot of women accept cheating if you don't publicly embarrass them.
Yeah, we talked about this. You said this already. You brought this up.
If it's not on
Front Street, a lot of women accept cheating.
Bro, you can't cheat and then pay bills.
You can't cheat on me and I'm paying bills. That's nuts.
That's nuts. That's fucking ridiculous.
Nuts. I'm punching this clock and you cheating on me? That's nuts.
I want. Okay, here's the thing. Because what other topics are we going to get to? Because there's something that I really want you guys to.
Let's do it.
No. Wait, but there's something I want you guys. It's a relationship.
No, AJ went first in Wizard. Sorry, my bad. He did go first.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's tonight. The draft.
AJ went with Wizard.
I want to play. It's a long clip, but I want to hear what you guys think about this because it's been going viral.
How long pause is this?
No. Once you get the story, once you guys get the story,
you don't have to play the whole thing.
Exactly. Once you guys get the story, then I'll stop it. But it's very important. It's a podcast. I really hate. I'm looking in the comments
and you see somebody else.
No. I'm looking in the comments and I'm not seeing people say who the fuck these people are. But they're saying that they know these people. So it's a guy and a girl. And I think they are in a long-term relationship. You know what, Trivelle? Maybe you know these people. Maybe you've...
Oh, are they social media couple?
Maybe. I'm going to play a bit. And then once you get the story, once you kind of see where it's going, I want you guys' reaction and then...
It's cold in here.
Why do women constantly push monogamy
Wait.
On men. If you know that you don't want to have to deal with him all the time just wanting you, why do you push monogamy on men?
Well, who's to say I pushed anything on anybody? Like,
well, we know that you pushed monogamy on me.
I pushed monogamy. I forced you to get married to me?
So time out. I didn't say you forced me to get married, but did you not say to me that you wanted to be engaged and you wanted to be married before you lived with me? You didn't say that?
I want $1 billion. That don't mean I'm going to get it. I can want something, but not...
You right now, you dodging the question.
Nobody pressed you to do it. Yes, is that something I wanted? Yes, it was. But...
You didn't press me to... Are you going to lie now to the people because we're talking about sex?
Devale,
you're going to lie now to the people?
Devale. Knowing...
Khadeen, you didn't want monogamy?
Of course I did.
So then why are you avoiding the question?
That's not avoiding the question. I'm saying, does that mean because I wanted and I requested that you were going to deliver it? Like, nobody pressed you for that.
Time out. You just said you wanted it and requested it. Do you not hear yourself?
I can make a request. Is the request going to be granted?
Am I not granting you monogamy?
You are granting it to me.
So this is my question.
Look at your boy. Look at your boy.
This is my question. If you wanted monogamy,
okay,
why would you want monogamy if sex is a chore for you? That's the question. You're avoiding the question.
I'm not avoiding the question, but at first you said women or in general me specifically are pushing monogamy on somebody. Okay, yes, that's something that I wanted, but I didn't press you for it and be like, Devale, I'm gonna hold a gun to your head to propose to me. Also, let me finish. Also, I don't feel like I was adequately prepared for marriage. And I've said that before because if I knew that marriage and monogamy was going to involve me trying to meet you where you were at sexually for years to come, then I probably would have reevaluated it if I wanted to be monogamous anyway.
So that's fair, but we're not even talking about marriage. Let's even talk about dating, right?
Oh. Okay.
Two people are dating. Typically in society, who asks for exclusivity first, a woman or a man?
I would say a woman.
Thank you. That was my whole point. See, you were going all over the place. If women typically ask for exclusivity first, then when they get exclusivity, say, he always on me, he always want to have sex. Why are we asking men for exclusivity if we do not want to participate in sex at the same level as men? We have to think about
that's the main crux of this
thing. To a man. It goes on a little bit more, I don't think that conversation is being had.
Okay, I agree. And that part I agree with, yes. That women are typically the ones that will ask for the exclusivity. I get that, yes. But what I'm saying is, me as a woman,
this is a weird
I don't think that I was necessarily prepared or in the mindset to know that. It's almost like...
He's making a libido argument for sexual partners?
So... What it sounds like is he's asking, because basically
I don't think that's. Yeah.
He's making.
If he's saying if you weren't willing to have as much sex with me as I want, why do you need?
No, but you're making it only about sex. No.
That's
What from what I and there's a little bit. Well, there's 2 minutes more. But what I'm understanding is she's saying that she made a bunch of standards in the requirements, right? Mm-hmm. That she did not force on him to accept. But he accepted it. Okay. Like, you know how there's certain things.
Yeah, that argument is not genuine.
Which part is not genuine?
Not a genuine argument.
This is why we need to know who these people are. But what do you mean?
Not a genuine argument. I mean, think of a girl saying to you, when we meet and we're dating,
and
I'm trying to get to know you, I'm going to tell you stuff I want, but you're very much allowed to give me none of that, and I'll still be here.
But that's not what she said. She's saying that you could have, because if you listen more,
but I can't. She's saying you could have clocked out. You.
Yes, if you want her, this is what
ultimatum. You win. Congrats. You're amazing. I love you.
It didn't sound like she's saying she gave him.
No,
I know it didn't sound that way because she's trying to pretty it up. But that's okay.
I'm playing a little bit more because
her answer is you didn't have to do it. When anybody says you didn't have to do it, it's like, haha, I won.
I hate when people
nobody gives that answer.
No, but I do hate when people say I didn't have to. You didn't.
I'm doing it now. Now is not the time to tell me I didn't have to do it.
Yeah, but
the time to tell me I didn't have to do it is when I was about to do it and you saw I didn't want to do it.
But then she also said she wasn't even prepared for the thing that she asked for in the first place.
Yeah, because women.
That's what she said. I'm not. That's not me.
She also
she said it
because he's saying.
Yeah, but it's not an uncommon thing for somebody to want all the cards before they show theirs. I used to be bad for that.
I know, but some people get scared when they hear people say those type of things. Maybe he was afraid. He was afraid. Maybe and that's where the miscommunication.
I've never been scared of a woman saying she wants me.
Okay,
I love that.
No, but here's the thing. The interesting. The interesting part of the conversation, the sexual part of the conversation was different because she's basically because he started this video by saying, why do women push monogamy on men if whatever, basically like she's mad or she cannot keep up.
She said she didn't realize that sex was going to be like a thing.
Something that she would have to be required to do.
A simple answer is this. Do you guys agree that men and women see sex differently?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Go ahead. Take your time with it.
Do men and women see sex differently?
Yeah.
Yes.
I might say something controversial.
I think generally, because we're talking generally.
We're not talking about
one specific.
In a situation or in a relationship.
I don't know what's happening.
Me either.
Yeah, you know what's happening? I'm speaking.
He's
because I don't understand.
He's slow walking the dog. So
yeah, because I need to get my thoughts out.
You've been spoon feeding me a lot recently.
I think. Shout out Gerber.
WhatsApp everywhere.
And that was only one thing. Anyway,
in like 5 parts.
Yeah. Don't worry. There's no more spoons.
5-part series.
There is no spoon matrix.
All right.
Sorry. What was it? What was that?
Men and women see sex differently.
I say they do, and when they're in a situation. Wait, why are you already squinting? You can't let me finish.
Let him squint. He's light skinned. Go.
I'm not.
Are you light skinned? Yeah, no, you're not.
But he's
you're acting light skinned.
But he's like acting like.
We're not colorist over here.
Right.
Dr.
But I think men and women
YN.
went. Wow. I think men and women look at sex differently in relationships and sexual encounters where they're not equally matched. Basically, what I mean is,
my head hurt.
If they look at it differently,
you feel good about the 5 minutes you took to give that answer.
If they look at it differently, then chances are they're not supposed to be together. I'll give you an example.
Shut up, man. Shut up.
I'll give you an example. Okay, let me ask you this. And here's where we'll kind of take it. I'll ask you this. You're married. Let's forget about relationship, because relationship you can argue whatever you want.
Bro, the answer is men and women don't see sex the same. That's the answer.
I don't care. I answered.
Y'all could be dating. Y'all could be going fishing.
No,
y'all could be on a rowboat. We don't see sex the same.
No, I don't.
Point blank period. Simple as, fam.
No, I don't.
What are we doing, fam?
I don't agree.
What are we doing,
I don't agree. I don't agree, and I gave you my context because I know that they do. But in situations where the two people should be together, I think that their views on sex are more aligned than not. Is what I'm saying. And
if they're together,
if they end up being all the way, like married and stuff like that. Like if they go all the way. I think that their differences on sex is a little bit more aligned.
Do you know?
I wanted to get to my example, but go ahead. Do you know? No, do you know? Mary, did you know your baby boy? Yeah.
You currently have a view of sex right now without your partner.
Yeah. Okay, this is going to let me know this answer. And this will tell me everything I need to know. Let's say you're married with a girl, right? Let's say you married her on the pretense and understanding that your views of sex and the enjoyment of it and everything is aligned in whatever way that is, right? It has to be aligned to some degree. Can we agree to that? For you to be together with someone forever, your views on sex and how you both receive it and view it has to be somewhat in an equilibrium status, somewhat. I didn't say all the way. So let's just go under that premise. If you guys know that you both need it and you both know your needs and an argument ensues, if the woman that you, and knowing how she is, withhold sex from you, how do you look at that as?
You want to go first?
How do I look? I actually need him to repeat the simplistic version of the question. How do I look at...
If a woman withholds sex from you as punishment, how do you see that?
Knowing that you both need it and how much you both enjoy and knowing how much... But she knows that it's just hurting.
That alone is why women and men don't look at sex the same.
And that's...
You know what I'm saying?
And that right there. What was my point?
Generally, a man is not going to withhold sex from a woman.
He'll be livid.
But that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying is not. And that's why. And that's.
But also,
why
I don't think a man should have sex with a woman who's clearly upset with him.
That's why they can't. And that's why they can't. It can't
because we see sex differently.
No. I understand that, but I'm saying, because okay,
the frequency of how much I need it has no indication on how I look at it when it's happening. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yo, man.
I can.
What are we doing?
No, I can see it.
When I have energy and I want to have sex with Shorty and she's tired, she won't give it to me.
Yeah,
okay?
that's different.
And then when I'm tired as fuck, she jumped my bone and I have to have sex.
But that's different.
Because we look at sex differently. It's when they want it, it's going to be then. And when we want it, it's depending on how they are and how their mind is and what's going on with them generally.
So any woman I'm with.
What do you mean that's not fair? That's fucking facts.
I have to care. I have to care. If you're having sex with a woman, I have to care about how she feels that day, how she feels about how she looks, how she feels.
Absolutely.
You gotta care about all that because all of that informs how she sees sex.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I don't think a woman has ever cared about anything about me other than is he alive?
Right.
That's it.
A pulse.
You come and tell her, yo, I just came from the gym. I'm dirty. My balls sweaty. She's like, I don't give a fuck.
That's nothing to do with me.
Do me. I don't give a fuck. And you're like, I don't feel. But because if you don't do it, that's another conversation. What's wrong? What's wrong with you? But were you with somebody? You don't find me attractive anymore? Is it because of this? Is it because of that? Is it because I got weight?
Okay.
Is it because of all this?
So if I bring into this podcast, I mean this couple that was having this discourse, right?
Discussion.
She's basically saying that she did not know how much sexual whatever she was going to be required to give to this man. So in your estimation, based
on wanting exclusivity with him.
Well, yeah, I mean, because I think they end up being married. I think they ended up being married.
I know, but think about that's what she's saying. She's like, yo, I want you to be with no other woman.
Yeah.
I don't want you to get no sexual nothing from no woman, only me.
Yes.
And at the same time, I didn't realize
that I was going to have to actually do this in practice. That's
you require the type of drive that I can't do that you would have got from other people if I didn't request something that you didn't have to ask for.
My ideology is I think that is a person mismatch. I don't think. See, and that's where we differ.
Trivelle, time out. Okay, hold on. Now I'm always with you until right now. Let me get this straight. If a girl says, "I only want," like, I'm gonna make it simplistic and unrealistic, but whatever. Yeah. If a girl says, "Yo, I want to have sex," you only found out after marriage, whatever, and you found out, I want to only have sex once a week.
Yeah,
I want it to be scheduled once a week, and this guy's like, I don't want to have sex once a week, even though it can happen that way, and I also don't want my sex to be scheduled.
Sorry, I see what you're saying. No, I agree then. Sorry, my apologies. Because you're saying that's a sexual mismatch.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, like that's what he just said. She presented herself one way to get him. Maybe she was doing it in a different way in which he thought, okay, this is who she is.
Yeah,
they get married.
She's not blaming him. She's saying I was unaware.
It's my fault.
Right? Because she's also blaming herself.
Yeah, she's blaming herself. Like I didn't realize.
Right?
Yeah, no, then it's a partner mismatch. I think, look,
I don't know.
In the grand scheme of a relationship, there are more things that are important than sex.
Maybe. You're not in a relationship.
I believe.
No, but
there are things that the sum total of other things, I think. But I would argue that sex is a big percentage.
Maybe. Okay. There are some people, and this is my point.
If a relationship is 100% of things, I would say sex is probably 20%. But the other 80 is still more.
That's for you.
How much is sex important in a relationship? What percentage?
That's a different question now.
I love when you do that, yo. You move the goalpost so much, yo. Your new name is fucking
Messi. No,
not Messi. What's my
goalie?
The goalie. My capo.
Capo
Verde. What's his name? Fuck, I forget him. But
yeah, go on. Either way, go. So you asked the question.
He wants to move.
Okay, yeah, you're saying he moved the goalpost. Yeah, because I don't even know that.
Probably 60-70%.
Sorry.
About 60 to 70%.
Sex makes up 70%
of my interests, like what I want.
You mad at his answer?
No.
It's above 50%. It's got to be because.
So if you met a girl and she was amazing,
and doesn't want to have sex with me,
but the sex wasn't good. No,
wait. That's a different conversation.
Let him move it again. Go ahead. I want to answer this.
Works for the FIFA.
I want to answer this one.
The sex chemistry wasn't there.
Yeah.
But everything else is fantastic.
Yeah.
By your math, that means you can't be with that woman.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay. You can't.
I can't.
Right.
Yeah. So
but sex chemistry is such an interesting.
And if sex chemistry is there, and your personality is terrible, you might stick around a while.
No.
Okay.
No.
Because it has to. Because
you need 100%.
No.
Trivelle, why are you bopping your head? Why are you bopping your head like that? Like,
yo, look. Give me sex.
Give me nothing.
Yo, give me sex at least 2 to 3 times a week, and
good. And you can't have no weak sex.
And no, you can have weak sex, but if I'm getting consistent weak sex,
60% of you be like, I can't be here.
No, 50%. Even 50%, I'll be there. That's fine.
Yeah, that's different. That's
that's why I said 50 and up, because 60 is like I'm really enjoying myself. But
I just know
I spend time in my relationship doing other things 80% of the time.
Trivelle,
so that's why I'm like, it has to be.
But that's why the math is. That's why the math, the figures is a little off. But
how much time in your relationship do you spend having sex? Probably.
But that's a different. That's
that's not even a fair.
Here he goes again.
Because that's not what we're even discussing.
I shouldn't be with a shorty for 2 months. And we're married, or 2 months, and we're sexually active, and 2 months goes by and we're not having sex, but we're having a good time, fucking walking the dog, and fucking watching movies and Netflix and all this stuff. But 2 months go by and we're not having sex. There's something wrong there, buddy. That's just my friend. We're not fucking. Like, what are we talking about? That's just my homie. I could go hang out with my homie too. Like we don't having sex. We watching the game. Come on, man. What are we talking about?
You know what I realized? We never took the time to say make sure you guys like, comment, or subscribe.
Oh my God.
That's also a great.
Let me tell you.
That's also a great time.
I would love you guys to like, comment, subscribe, hype up, press the thumbs up, share it with somebody, let people know you discovered this show, or you've been listening to the show selfishly. You've been watching the show selfishly, and you have not shared it with somebody. Yeah. Come on. This is what helps us. You want to see us grow. You're enjoying the conversations. You're enjoying our fits, or you're enjoying our bullshit, whatever the case may be. Please, the key: share.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys later. You might want to sit down for this. Let's sit down.
We already are.
Hi there. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to take a listen, take a watch. You might want to sit down for this. You might want to sit down for this was filmed in front of a live studio audience. I'm not sure who was in it, but I think there was a couple people there. But I want you to do something for me. If you enjoyed the conversation, if you enjoyed the entertainment, or you just want to complain, feel free to email us at sitdownthenombers4this@gmail.com or hit us up on any of the social media platforms. Once again, I want to welcome all the new subscribers and the future subscribers and the longtime subscribers. Because with you, we are thriving and we are alive. Thank you. And most importantly, if you forget everything that I said up to this point, remember this, that life is a...
This concludes our broadcast day.
You might want to sit down for this.